Hey, it's Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We are playing Fall of Delta Green, the Borellus Connection, Episode 3, Saigon.
Oh my god.
Continued. Because you're still in Saigon, and things are happening, and you're not sure how to deal with them. So your task force has been... You have a secret Delta Green mission to find out if the Dagon cult is operating in Saigon. And you have an official mission with the Bureau of Narcotics, the BNDD, to conduct surveillance on a drug summit at the Hotel No. That has not happened yet, so you have time to do cool Delta Green shit, which is what you're up to. So let's go ahead and reintroduce our agents. Starting on my right.
I am Eli Munny, the former LERP sniper, Captain Love, the hottest new pimp in Saigon, according to my cover.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Not something the book anticipated, I'll tell you that. Make me think of my feet. And that's being played by Caleb Stokes.
Yes, it's, you know me.
Yeah, you do Delta Green stuff.
On occasion.
On occasions.
It's been known.
And then next up we have...
Yeah, I am Marcus Abrams, the former Army pilot, now CIA agent.
And that's being played by Tom.
Yay! You also know me.
Yay!
Oh, hey, this is Aaron. I will introduce myself ahead of time so Ross doesn't have to do it. But yeah, I'm playing.
Easy, man.
Just for this point, Gina Tan, CIA interpreter / maybe agent. So
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll know. No.
I mean, you are a member of the CIA. You
Yes.
do. Yeah, you are. You go with him. And then we have returning...
Hi, I'm Christopher Farmer. I'm playing the role of David Nelson again, former veteran FBI investigator, briefly served in pro-sport Germany. His inciting event was witnessing the zipper,
Oh, yeah.
an invisible demon that unzips people.
And yeah, there are certainly some interesting things going on that are not that, but not great. So you, Agent Nelson, you were delayed in the United States before you could head over to join the rest of your team in Saigon. You did meet Carstairs, your handler, who is a rather brush-cut New York ex-cop who's handling this mission. He gives you $500 as a stipend and tells you your two missions, one of which your secret Delta Green mission is to find out if the Dagon cult is operating in Saigon, because Delta Green thought they wiped them out in 1955, but maybe that's not the case. And then your official mission is to conduct surveillance on a summit between two drug trafficking organizations that's going to be happening at the Hotel Continental, and those are the Corsican Mafia and the American Mafia. So, apparently the Americans want to have a backup against the French connection. So they can have two sources of heroin. Well, that's twice as much heroin they can get.
Oh, the heroin!
Yeah. So we'll give you... We also didn't do home life for you, so what were you up to in the States?
While I was delayed for this mission, let's say that I got a lead on the unzipper, but it ultimately turned out to be fruitless because I was dealing with the people that were just basically fucking with me.
Okay. So we have mechanics for this because you have downtime. So I'll give you 2 downtimes, and they'll have some sort of mechanical benefit. Or, penalty, because certain actions,
Dice are fickle, are they not?
Well, they're not good for, pursuing the natural maybe have detrimental effects to your mental health. So, your options are rebuilding bonds, communing with nature, establishing new bonds, therapy, or staying on the case, or studying the unnatural. So you could do one of each, or you could double down on studying the unnatural or staying on the case.
I think that one, studying the unnatural.
You want to do both?
Yeah.
Okay. So you gain 1 geometric potential point for each one, so you can learn 1 new ritual. And for each time, you'll have to make a difficulty 5 stability test.
Well, okay, let's give you some of that hypergeometry.
Okay. So you gain 1 point. So you're doing this twice, so we'll just do this one at a time. So you basically need to roll a 5 or 6 on D. Now, you can spend stability to give yourself a bonus on this roll. So if you fail, you'll lose 2 stabilities. On a failed 1, you'll lose 3 stability and gain 1 rating point on the unnatural. So, do you want to spend any on stability?
Yeah, let's spend 2 stability.
All right.
I think that was wise. I rolled a 3.
All right, yeah. First one, you just lost that 2 stability, and then you gain 1 hypergeometric potential, which I believe is on your sheet. Hypergeometry, I believe.
Here it is up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Potential 1. All right.
And then you can do it again. Or you could study the case and...
anything that's low risk. Or is
Low risk, you could go with nature and recover some stability.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right.
We'll say I go hiking quite a bit.
Well, you have to make a difficulty 4 stability test.
Cast my weak ankles. Let's roll the bones. 6.
Oh, and a natural 6, refresh D6 plus 1 stability.
Neat. 6 plus 1 is 7.
Damn.
So
Yeah, what'd you do? Was it a
your
weekend in
max?
Vegas or the mountains? Or, yeah.
I don't know what is your max. That's what I.
Oh, we'll determine that.
Are you going to spend some experience to raise it? Or, like, what did you start with stability with?
And this thing runs on a gauge. It goes to the negative, so I just think I start at 0.
No. You start with
Should have
something.
spent points. In
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
He's
We'll
got
say-
a lot of stability. He's stable as fuck.
Yeah, I'll say you have 6 stability.
Okay.
My homie's so stable.
Yeah.
As he crashes.
So make sure that you mark that as your max.
Shrivel on all of
You
us.
can't go over that unless you spend experience points.
Got it.
Okay. So yeah, what did you do on your time off that was so refreshing?
You know, I kept finding this course in the hiking trail I went to that just, truly, amazingly, nobody else has ever found. I was able to settle down there kind of like as a small blind, and I was able to just watch the birds as they came and go, herons and ducks and stuff like that. And, I really, for the first time in my life, I really kind of understood, this is why people want to be out here.
Yeah. So yeah, then that makes you forget about what you've read about, because these texts that Delta Green has access to, ancient books and the translation thereof, and case files, which is how you studied the unnatural. A lot of this is real. It's not just the ravings of lunatics. So you have a point of hypergeometry, so you can use this like a general ability. So you can use this to...
It's like a card like thing?
Yeah, basically anything unnatural, you can spin this point to like, oh, I know this, or use it for, let's see here, activating rituals.
Cool.
And that thing, or assisting with rituals, because one of your agents may have one.
Gambling is swell. I should do more of it.
Yeah, so...
Spoken like a true addict.
Let's see here. Yeah, so anyways... but you arrive at Saigon and make touch with your team. Or actually, yeah, you do get a... so you're at, not the Hotel Continental, you're at one of the other hotels, I believe. I think it was the Hilton. I think I just said this.
You having us staying at the bachelor's office quarters? That's what you had?
Well, you did get a room at one of
Yes, we
the...
did get a room to bug thing.
Yeah, because we set up
Okay.
the other one.
Yeah.
So I'll say the rest of you three each roll a d6.
Okay.
And the highest one is the one that is at the bachelor officer's quarters when Agent Nelson shows up.
4.
3.
2.
All right, so Gina, you're there. We'll say, well, actually, yeah. Well, the three of you, did we stop right as you were deciding if you're going to break into the lab or not?
I would have vehemently argued to not break into the lab
That would also...
while we
Okay.
were just
Yeah.
armed with cameras on top of a tin
Okay,
shack.
okay.
Yeah, I was with you. I think I would do the same
That is
thing.
a creep away and reassess moment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
Find the
especially,
magic
when,
guy shit.
especially when we smelled reptiles.
Yeah, if it's alligator men, we
Okay.
need to exercise caution.
So you creep back. You get back to the hotel or the bachelor's officer's quarters at the BOQ. And so, anyway, the next morning, Gina, you're there, and Agent Nelson walks in.
Oh, God. Where have you been?
I've done a lot of reading, did a lot of hiking. My legs are terrific, I gotta tell you.
I'm glad. Hopefully they won't have to be utilized running the hell away from whatever we have. So,
Lay it on me, what do we got?
a lot of issues here. So, that's like, again, you understand what the current, it's like what our cover is.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
I ran up the car stairs, so yeah.
Yeah, we went through a lot of a general investigation, and us managed to infiltrate that with the help of. Sorry, Caleb, what was your character's name again? Money. So with Money's plan right now, and that's to basically get information by running a fake brothel. So thankfully that
Subcontracting.
subcontracting brothels. So
Alright.
sorry.
Yeah.
So, anywho,
It's a bold new venture. We're disrupting the sex workspace.
Hey.
Okay.
Also, never invest your own money.
Yeah. You are
sound too
just
much like
inventing the gig economy.
you sound too much like an influencer now, and I need to kill you. So, anywho,
Eli, back page money.
But we ended up tracking down who we thought would be the biggest threat on here, which is the chemist who was named. I forgot what was his name. The mouse. Thank you. We needed to get that's like confirmation that what we assume is the lab is there. We did. He's going in and out, but the problem is that we definitely have evidence of this cult probably being there. If nothing else, that the smell of it was the same as when we had that mission back.
Oh my god.
It was not good. So now we're trying to figure out at least infiltration as well. That's or how to deal with this, and in addition to also keeping the cover up of potentially setting surveillance / a bust on this drug. That's on this drug meeting.
You have made some inroads on that end, at least, especially with Eli's work. But yeah, I think you have already gotten to the Hotel Continental, or you've done some scouting there.
Yes, yeah. I've told the bartender to tell me when they were meeting.
Yeah.
I paid the guy at the airport to say when Santo Trafficante Jr. got into town, and I have bugged 2 rooms of Corsican enforcers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you're taking notes and gaining a lot of valuable intel about the Corsican Mafia. So, so we have a special mechanic for Saigon. So I'm going to have to ask one of you to roll a d6, and you want a high number, but before you do that, you can spend tradecraft to give yourself a +1 to this roll. And if you roll low, something interesting happens. If you roll high, well, you don't know what will happen.
This is while we're at the hotel?
This is at the beginning of the session.
Okay. I will give a point of tradecraft to that. So.
Okay, so that's a +1 to the roll. No one agent can spend more than 1, but this is general operational security, keeping a low profile and that kind of thing. So, who wants to roll the d6?
Definitely not me.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
That is a 4.
4, natural 4? Okay.
+1. So
right,
3 plus 1.
Okay, so a 4. All right.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. All right. Thank you for that roll.
I appreciate that response.
Fuck you, Ross.
Smiling audience. You should smile if you can't hear it.
Yeah. So.
Gonna get eaten by an alligator, man.
Yeah. So, I'll say it's the morning of the 6th day. What do you want to do? You can.
I see Nelson's back.
Yeah. It's pretty
Stand with
easy.
the paper lanterns. I give him sort of a pound on the back.
Yeah.
I like him. He helped me not die.
Yeah.
The rest I can take.
Fair enough.
I'm good for bar tricks,
Yeah. So, to summarize, there's the lab, and then you made that a high priority, and tracking down the cat is another option. You have plenty of leads, actually, and of course...
We need to find the cat and figure out what she knows before we go walking into that fucking swamp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Sungrat swamp.
Oh, yeah, right, so,
I ain't enlisted no more, so I ain't humping through no fucking swamp, so we're going to need a ride.
Agreed.
We need a chopper. And then we're going to need something to drop on that fucking house, because fuck me if I'm going in with those goddamn reptile things.
If we get a helicopter, I can fly it.
Well, yeah.
Acquire a chopper. Okay.
So
chopper and
some amount of ordnance.
It could be a 55-gallon barrel of this napalm, but Mark 77 works fine for me. Whatever we can lose off the base.
All right.
It's napalm. It flows like whiskey. It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Does anybody want to tell me what problem they want to specifically look at first?
We should talk to the cat first, because once we go loud on the to it's going to be harder to get into the swamp if we got to go out there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Color the cat. Oh, there it is. You could talk to that. Probably Buford or Lansdale would know her location or be your best leads on that.
I think Lansdale told us.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
went to his house and met his snake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. In that case, you call back, and she gives you, one of his assistants tells you that she fishes now. So if you go to the docks, ask for Throng Katja, that would be the best way to find her. Yeah.
Okay, I got human. Can I roll that?
Yeah.
To locate cat?
You don't have to roll. Remember,
you
you
just
just...
spend it.
Well, you don't have to spend it. This is a core thing. So that'll take you a couple hours. Is anyone going with Agent Nelson?
We shouldn't walk around alone.
Yeah, I'll go with Agent Nelson.
Okay. So this is
Should we
happening...
be there in case shit goes down?
I have a
We need something to fly.
All right.
So you're trying to figure out, yeah. All right, so we'll get to you next. The two of you head down to the Cholon district, which is, the docks area. And let's see here. All right, interesting. Both of you give me a sense trouble check. Difficulty 6, so you can spend before you roll.
Okay.
Or you can just hope you get that.
Can you go ahead and spend 2?
Okay.
You said difficulty 6, or?
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Made it. That's going to be 7 on me.
Glad you wouldn't know. Saigon's lovely this time of year.
You would have sold me a watch? Wow, that knife is shiny.
Like, this dark alley is amazing.
So Gina, this place is just incredibly crowded. There's just throngs of people all around. There are refugees crowding everywhere, not to mention the regular workers. You hear the cries of a group shouting Buddhist slogans or logans in the distance, something about down with covert murder and awaken the peace. But that's not what grabbed your attention. You hear two motor scooters almost synchronized, revving up their engines from behind you. And you turn in time to see two motor scooters driving at a direct intercept with the two of you, each with a backseat passenger. And these are the cowboys. They're hit and run thieves. They just basically knock you down. The person jumps off, grabs shit, and they just drive off. But you are able to grab Nelson by the arm and jump onto the curb, basically hide behind other pedestrians. And they swerve off at the last instant, not wanting to,
go into a human wall. So.
Well, they're hit and run, and you saw them, you detected them, so you don't lose anything.
That is good work.
Yeah, but those are the cowboys. It's just the name of a gang.
All right.
Should it be a recurring force?
It's like time to go scare them into our own little mini force to get us around this.
But a few hours along the docks, you ask around and you find Throng Kaja, and she appears to be around 40, gray streaks in her long black hair, and some Oakley sunglasses. She has a long burn scar under one ear and is unloading a basket of shrimp as you find her. But you're certain it's her. So how do you want to approach her?
Let's see here. And we're trying to ascertain the location of...
And particularly the entrance of the swamp, because she's the person who can get us in.
The Cthulhu cult was in the Rungsat swamp.
Which is southeast of Saigon.
And she led the initial attack on it in 55.
Well, she was, she piloted the boat.
She's the only reason the white guys got there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually just kind of go with it's like for there now and ask her in Vietnamese, like, excuse me, looks like you got a pretty good catch there. What bait are you using?
Why do you want to know? She answers in English.
So I'll switch back over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like considering some possible fishing. That's like see if we can get up in the northern swamps. So.
I'm not interested.
What would it take to get you to relive the past?
Like, how about President Andrew Jackson?
You could spend human to know how to approach her.
Okay, I will. I'll spend 1 point of human.
All right. She is very focused on this, like it just instant mood change. You get the sense that this is unsettled business, and if you're in the mind like we're trying to settle the score, she might be on board.
Okay, all right. At least you understand that, so many of us are here to put things to rights, so to speak, and something in particular in that swamp needs to be fixed. And it's my understanding that you came very close to fixing it?
I thought we did. Are you saying we didn't?
Well, I got to make sure that it actually was fixed. I guess you could say I'm checking your homework.
It's not my homework. A lot of other Americans who did that. I just drove the boat.
Sure, but you're the one who did it.
And you're the only last contact that we have here. We're just trying to make sure that there is no other threat.
All right, I'm going to need a good amount of money for this.
So
I feel like I have to retire after this.
How far is $500 go in Vietnam in this day and age?
Oh, quite a bit.
Okay,
Like
I just hand her the stack. Is that going to end this conversation?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make that. That's all I'm serious. So I just passed her the stack of 500.
Like $2,000, like that's what $4,000 or $5,000 today, and like also Vietnam
and an entirely depressed
Yeah.
currency.
You're living well for the rest of whatever. So.
the end of the war. At least.
You only got to catch ship if you want to. All right.
Okay, I can take you back. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So she's on your side, and she's not happy about it, but she they betrayed God. They betrayed the Chom people. They deserve it. So, meanwhile, you...
So we need air transport and something to drop.
Yeah.
I think the Huey might be easier to get.
Yeah.
Well...
It might be the hardest thing to get. Yeah.
Not necessarily. This is going to be outside of Saigon, so there's a little more liberty in declaring things. So, both of you probably have military science, I imagine.
I believe so.
Yeah.
If I can find it on my sheet.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you don't have to spend anything for that, but there are sweeps throughout this region on the regular. So you have a lot of. It's more of like who you approach than anything else. So you have multiple options. So you could contact the Navy, the ONI, or SOG. SOG does, of course, have Delta Green connections, and you can. Let's see here. The helicopter give you access to a helicopter. It'll take you to the La Naval Base near Vung Tau. Let's see here, which is outside of Saigon. And from there, let's see here, you can board the Madeline patrol boat with orders to take you wherever you need to go, up the river. You could also use the Army.
This is to get to Sunrat.
Yeah. This is, outside of that, where you can get access to some swamp rats from the 9th Infantry Division. But that is, of course, going to be on foot. Well, there would be, or unless you want to provide a landing craft, which you might have access to through, the CAT. You could ask the South Vietnamese Army for backup, or you do have a friendly CIA contact. And you could get a gunship through them. So, you could get through a boat, through on foot, or through the helicopter if you go through the CIA.
Obviously, I'm thinking the helicopter would work better.
I would much rather be flying than on the ground with whatever the fuck those things are.
Yeah, and then, of course, with the CAT, she's a boat pilot, but she can give you broad navigation, remembers the raid, and she's actually healthy enough to join you, unlike Buford and Lansdale's a general. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You get a star, you're not going out in the field anymore.
Yeah.
Might send a snake, but we can't count on that.
Yeah, the snake's too important.
Clearly.
Yeah. So you have that now, but so who do you want to approach? The Army, the Navy, or the CIA?
What agency?
Army and CIA.
I spend my Army, so whoever can get us...
I have CIA.
Whoever can get us a gunship.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I could spend a CIA or you can too.
Yeah, I have 2 points within there, so yeah.
Okay. Operation Phoenix is a thing. So Operation Phoenix tasking built a program, hunts, captures, and sometimes kills VC cadre in South Vietnam. There is a Mr. Fall, so you can meet him at Cosmos, the bar, and brief him on what mission you want him to go on. Of course, that is a gunship, and that's
So,
it.
machine guns on the side?
Yeah, machine guns, rockets. Yeah.
Do we also want to see if we can get something to drop?
I would get that from someone else and hope they don't correlate those contents.
Yeah. But the only
Drop
downside...
napalm in the middle of Saigon. I would like it not to be traced to the guy we gave our names to.
Yeah.
So the only problem with the CIA gunship is you're not getting any additional backup. So let's see here.
The hope is if we
You'd have
keep quiet
to...
enough.
you could... That would... So 1 point would get you the helicopter, and he can drop you off and bombard any target you want from the air, but you'd have to spend more to get, armed
Escorts.
Yeah.
There. I have 2 points, so I'm willing to go ahead and pull those ranks.
I also have two.
Okay, so we'll just do dual spends on that. So
You're just going through the CIA? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, they have their own hitters that are, off the record, that are not exactly they don't wear uniforms. They are South Vietnamese. They're Vietnamese hitters for the most part, or Americans without uniforms. And civilian
It's a
clothing.
weird version of Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah, so I'll say that's 3 guys. 3-man fire team that go with you on the helicopter. And they'll go on the ground with you. So you need to figure out what kind of, mission profile you want to give them. Like, pick us up at this time, take us to this location, and then pick us up. Or and then like, how do you deal with radio and like what to bomb and that kind of thing. So
Can we fly the gunship?
they have their own pilot. They have their own pilot.
He won't give up the stick?
Well, you'd have to talk to him about it.
Yeah,
so.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So you want to organize that next?
I thought we were doing that now.
Okay. Yeah.
But if
Well, I
you were,
mean, like after you.
if you're in the Army, but you then join the CIA, do you still technically have your Army rank?
I would say here it's kind of murky. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was a captain in the Army.
Okay.
I mean, once you're spook.
Yeah.
Once a spook, always a spook.
And it's all a little blurry when it's
Colonel
convenient.
Mayborn, but you're
Once you're spook, the guy who is the captain tells you to listen to this fuckhead from Yale. Like, and then you do that,
Yeah. All right. So you have the cat, and she's a river guide, so she doesn't know it from the air. But you could take her on the helicopter too if you want, and she can be your point of local interference, or not the interference.
Well, do we want to get, like, eyes on it first? Like, dressed as fishermen or something, and then see if we need to use a gunship there, or...
Yeah, you could do that.
I will say,
my concern
let's
right-
just assume we're going to use a gunship.
I guess so, because although is there something we could maybe hide on her ship just in case we do have an infestation of...
Well, she doesn't want to go up by herself.
No,
like-
you're doing long-range recon and patrol. You need to put on peasant clothes. You need a boat that looks like you fish subsistence. And you need to get eyes on it and see what you see and then fucking leave. Yeah. That would be the...
So yeah, if you want to run a mission of just scouting up there, it's
That's a good
only
idea,
a couple
so-
hours by boat from Saigon.
Yeah, because if nothing else, we can at least use her. That's like her knowledge before you're correct before we go up, or just bomb the hell out of the lab.
All right, I will be the least convincing Asian man ever and try and dress up, but at least you two might pass.
Okay, so you don't have to spend those CIA points yet because that's like when you actually pull the trigger to get the mission. So,
Okay.
but those are available to you.
Can you look confused if I yell French at you?
I speak French,
But he's a good actor. He has deception, right?
but I'm also pale and from Detroit, so
It's a very, very good accent, I imagine.
yeah, seamless.
All right, so the Rungsat Swamp. You have the.
So is it just me and you and her going?
I would imagine it would probably be the thing that all of you would go unless you have something really.
Unless you can, if you guys are.
Do you have another plan that we need to enact, or while we're...
No, I mean...
Does anybody have disguise?
Yeah, I got disguise.
Yeah, we need to burn all that we can.
All right.
Yeah. Disguise.
Even though I'm not going, could I use my disguise?
Well, what are you going to be doing while they're doing? Well, just out of character, this is like going to be a extended scene. So
Okay.
Yeah, you should probably go so you have
Fine, yeah.
something to do in the game. The more the merrier.
Oh, I'll be a drunk tourist that they found they're going to part out my organs. That's why I'm looking.
Yeah. No, you can just again on the river. People aren't going to be talking to you. They'll just see your shape, and so like the clothes. So I'd say
Okay.
Yeah, put on a rice hat. Put on a peasant garb.
Hunker down.
Keep the Kalishnikov under the nets. Yeah.
I would say a 2 points, but you don't even have to roll it. Just 2 points would get everybody like appropriate garb
Okay,
and
then
everything.
2 points in disguise is what I spent.
Yeah, and that'll give you all like from a distance. You have the right clothing, the right
And we
hats.
have binoculars. We have the cameras that we use to take pictures of the mouse. Yeah.
Yep.
I know what to do. Like, keep quiet. Don't say anything.
The only thing to do back in Saigon, if you're not having a plan, is to listen to the Corsican wiretaps. But
But you can set up a recorder.
yeah.
Someone's gonna have to listen to it eventually, but you can outsource that too, to a degree.
Captain Love's off tonight.
Yeah. The phone.
On the seventh day,
There are gonna be some confused people that phone back.
on the seventh day, he rests.
Yeah. So, you all decide to get into the cat's sampan and go upriver. Like I said, Saigon, the Rungsat Swamp is just southeast of Saigon itself. And you know where the plantation is. You have those coordinates. And, let's see here. So, is anybody else taking anything else aside? Obviously you have your weapons, cameras, binoculars, and disguises.
Whatever maps I need to mark coordinates of this place once we
Okay, yeah.
We need to find it by air if we come back.
Yeah, that's fair. And let's see here, the river. So the Rungsat stretches across the southern flank of Saigon, an endless maze of saltwater rivers and creeks, filtering through sawgrass and crusted mudflats. The crust breaks under your boots, churning up liquid mud knee or waist deep. Stands of mangroves, palm trees, and acacias stretch spindly trunks above head height. Groves of bamboo suddenly block movement as well as sunlight. Patches of blackness alternate with blinding light. And the river on either side of the Rungsat, even the long Pao Channel, offer... Well, yeah, they offer low humps of greenish gray, vegetation. Those of you recognize some of this vegetation probably isn't doing so well because they have been dumping a lot of Agent Orange on the swamps for the last 3 years. So, and yeah.
We're all boomers, so hopefully we die before we start ruining Republican.
Yeah, let's see here. So yeah, you are going along. Of course, the cat is an expert pilot. She, of course, is the only one working the sampan now because she's not taking her... She had one crew member, but she's not taking that guy out on this. She's not that much of an asshole. And let's see here. All right, cool. So everyone gets a free point of survival because you're with her.
Nice.
As long as you're in the swamp. And she is going to do very well at piloting. And
She better for $500
yeah. And let's see here. She slows the boat down as you're going up the river and points at the water ahead. And that's when some of you notice slight ripples in the water. And she says in English, in a very flat, I can't believe I have to deal with this kind of voice. She says, crocodiles. And then looks expectantly at all of you.
Fuck. Like, AKs are with us.
Standard crocodiles?
I don't like it. They're waiting.
Well,
So
they're
does
guarding
no one
something.
fish these waters? No one travels here?
Not since the war. Agent Orange is... Whatever they drop on the forests is not good. They're dead zones.
So not natural crocodiles. Is there any way around to get us closer? A flooded path?
I can try, but it will not. The water will be more shallow. The boat could get stuck. I could go fast. You could risk a shot or two to try and scare them off.
Throw everything, but I don't think a shot's going to scare them off.
Yeah, grenades.
I also don't know how they talk to their little buddy, so
Yeah.
let's assume they have... Money can't believe he's saying this. Radios?
If you, I'd say you would have a radio, or you all have.
No, I'm assuming if I shoot them, they're going to be like, hey, boss, Crocodile Man here. We got intruders on the north flank.
She's saying they're like crocodiles.
Like, so are these,
So they're natural crocodiles.
Yeah.
That's what
They're
she
not
thinks they are.
crocodile men.
She doesn't know what those
so
are.
wait,
Or she's not.
in your mind, do crocodile men sound like they're from the 50s?
I don't know.
Like, hey, boss,
I'm new to this. I'm 23, all right?
there's some humans coming here. That look like there's some bad eggs.
Yeah.
I'm long range reconnaissance patrol. I am always of the idea that we should avoid and go around, but that's just me.
I can
So-
try, but we'll have to go back. It'll take us some more time, and I don't know if the water's deep enough for the
You
boat.
said speeding through them is also a choice.
I can try.
What would be a skill that I could spend to help her in this endeavor?
Do you have piloting boat?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I can handle that. You just stay on the sides, and if anything tries to jump out, deal with it. If
Right,
they get
that's
too
fine.
close to the boat, deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing other thing I can think of is that and again, not knowing how, poor Vietnamese fishers would be, but just doing the, yokel fisher thing of having preparedness for maybe a couple sticks of dynamite and throwing
That's
them.
definitely a preparedness check, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And if you're worried about shooting guns, what do you think, in terms of the noise?
True. Noise right now, but this is at least maybe getting something while maintaining.
Do you have
cover.
demolitions?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I do have a point of demolition.
Okay,
so-
yeah, you can make a preparedness check to have some wax dynamite, that would still the
fuse
would still
be there.
go underwater.
Okay, but at least
You also have grenades. You could just throw a grenade.
True, but
If
the
we
grenade.
go around, we can also hump the boat. It's a sampan, and there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pick it up and walk overland and get on a new waterway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think money's right. We should do that.
Okay. She turns around and
It's
takes a side.
style.
Yeah, that went pretty well for them, right?
Yeah, well, great.
Okay,
no,
cool.
no, we don't want the Fitzcarraldo or the movie about it.
And it turns out to be accurate, as it does get to be too shallow. So everyone, give me athletics. I need at least half of you to make a difficulty 4.
Okay.
Spending 3.
Yeah.
Spinning 2.
I get a 6.
Great.
I get a 7.
I got an 8.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're all big, strong Americans, and you're.
It's like Predator. It's like
Yeah.
We're not wearing our sleeves.
Yeah.
We're all hugely. Even
I mean,
the women.
it is the swamp. It is 100% humidity, and there are just the amount of mosquitoes and other biting
Somehow
insects.
the Asian origins didn't kill the mosquito.
Nope.
So, you know,
The
it
one
made
thing
them,
you would want it to kill.
it made them thrive.
It's somehow the larger.
So yeah, let's see here. And so you were continuing on, and you hump it over and then get back onto the main river, heading towards the plantation. And as you get closer,
Builded opera house out here. To be the jewel of Vietnam. Kids care, swear to God. Huge riverboat.
all right. There are dead zones as you get closer to the plantation. Just dead and gray and rotting vegetation as far as the eye can see. The stench is from the dead animals, the dead fish is strong. You know, the cat has rag around her face to try and ward it off. The scent, but as you push past the dead zone, it's quite odd. There is a sudden lush growth, and it is just beautiful greens and untouched by the Agent Orange. And yeah, let's see here. It is on the Takon channel on the southern rung Sat. It was once palm oil plantation. And it was shipped up to Saigon by the river. The actual plantation is several miles march from the bay, which is the closest outlet for it, or you can. So the question is, do you want to land in the bay, or let's see here. You okay there? All right. Or do you want to get as close as possible, or do you want to conceal the boat? The bay doesn't have as much concealment.
I think we want to conceal the boat in case we need to get out and they don't have anything.
No one's fishing out here, so it's not going to be much disguise if we're seen on the open water.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
So they Agent Orange this whole place, right?
This
but
whole
they're not
region.
Agent Oranging this.
It is. Yeah. Do any of you have biology?
What? No, I don't. I wonder if it's like resistant to Agent Orange. Not so much that they hit it, but it just didn't affect this area.
Well, I mean, that would mean that there's something different about this area.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, it's verdant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the question is, you're getting close to the plantation now. How do you want to approach it? Do you want to stop on the river and get the boat under cover, or do you want to get as close as possible? You have to do the minimum amount of marching in a more open area.
I would probably vote stop on the river and march in.
Okay.
Stealthily. But
Pretty easily. Do you want to have the cat stay on the boat?
yes.
Give her a radio?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do notice
Military
that
science that would give me a good route that's not like...
you don't have to spend for the... Well, you can make a spend if you want to gain additional information, but it's a 0 point to just plot a successful... navigation to plot a successful route.
I will spend 1 to plot a unobserved successful route.
So you're making the assumption that it is a hostile encampment.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you plot a route that means you won't have to take a stealth test until you get the actual, they're going to have clear-cut ground at some point, if it's being maintained.
Yeah.
And it is. So this is not an abandoned plantation. There's an active presence here. You can tell that from the fact that they are cutting back the vegetation around the buildings. So there are guard towers, too, and that are more recent than the buildings themselves, stationed at the 2 roads, one leading towards the bay, and one leading away into the jungle, probably to a nearby village. And you can see there are men with binoculars on them, but you are approaching from vegetation, and they do not notice you. So, but yeah, it is still, they have taken some work to cut back the vegetation, but they clearly are not at full strength. This is not like a huge presence because there's a lot of overgrown palm trees and a lot of other vegetation. So you do have a good amount of cover. So
they're not tapping the palm oil.
They're not. So there's the big house and a refinery. And yeah, there's also, since you spent a point, you can see that there is a footpath, not a proper road for vehicles, but like that leads off away into the jungle. But the footpath indicates that it is some other site that they're using. There's some reason why they're all going in that particular stretch of jungle. So you have a clear view of what this is. It's getting, by now, late afternoon. So you don't have much time before dark, but there are three main targets that you can see. The footpath leading into the jungle, the big house, where the heart of it, and then the refinery. So
I can't tell what they're doing inside.
No, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of people here. Like, you can see the two guards, and there's a couple of people moving around.
Are they in uniforms? Are they in regular clothes?
They're in regular clothes, yeah.
They are.
Like peasant clothing.
But they're armed.
Yes, they have rifles. You can't tell exactly what type, and binoculars. And occasionally they're scanning the tree line, like including your position, but like they're not obviously super attentive. Or they haven't raised an alarm yet. So if they noticed you, they're playing it really fucking slick.
I'm taking pictures.
Yeah.
A bunch of armed people without being part of ARVN in South Vietnam. I mean, they've certainly called in artillery strikes on less information during this war. So there's that. And we know the mouse came from here, or we think he did.
Yeah, there is also, even at this place, you can smell a reptilian musk, a crocodilian scent.
Still, okay.
So this also could be another, because we know we had the lab that actually was in Saigon proper, but then this also could be a side one that is, I guess, used to develop whatever products that are go to that for main manufacturing.
Yeah.
Is that footpath something that could be traced from the jungle, like without being on the footpath?
You would have to be fairly close to it. I'd say like you're on the opposite end. You'd have to cross the grounds in order to get to the footpath. It's across from you, but if you get across the grounds, you could follow it while being in cover. Sure.
And what direction is it? Is it in the?
It's leading further. Like you're approaching from the south. It's going into the north.
Okay.
That's
4. So, and the compound right now is more or less in a clearing, right? Or does it have a lot of?
Yeah. The main building. There's like I said, the only two main structures.
But I don't see a temple or anything, right?
No.
They said guard towers. Where are those located?
There are 2 roads leading into this area. One from the bay, and one going further into the jungle.
Okay.
Those of you with navigation know there are villages in the area, and they have roads that vehicles can take between them. So but the bay is obviously to unload and take stuff to the boats.
Well, we know something's in operation here. We know the mouse is related to it, and we know there's the stink on of it that is similar to what we encountered in Jade Phoenix. Do we need to go closer?
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be enough for Carstairs, if I had to take a bet.
Yeah, you could.
In which case, I would rather come back with a full kill team and gunship.
Agree.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a good reason to ingratiate ourselves, so to speak.
I say we creep back home then.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything?
My only concern right now is that footpath. And if the temple is down there, maybe it's worth at least creeping down there, see if we get Ida in. Then
you get caught, it's all blown. Even if we don't die out here, I wouldn't be here. They are 5 minutes away from the airport of turning this place into glass. Second they know we're onto them, they're into the fucking jungle. So, if you're going to do it, be perfect.
Failure is not an option.
That's a fair point, then. So
that is true. Well, I mean, failure is not an option. Yeah. That's the Delta Green model.
No, because Ross would love you to go to try to do that. Look at him right now.
Look, sooner or later you're going to run out of easy things to do, and you're going to...
Who said this was fucking easy?
All right, let's get down.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's definitely this is as hard as it gets. Yeah. So,
Look, man, this is the Vietnam War. It is not a place of symmetrical engagement.
that's true.
all right?
That's true.
We
Yeah.
are from the country that cheats. And our military doctrine is always cheat harder. all right?
Yeah. Oh, it's cool.
I vote withdraw, but it's up to you.
Okay.
I agree.
right.
with all.
Withdraw, yes,
All right.
skedaddle.
3 out of 4 at least. So you don't have to make another roll. You had a good path. You made the spend, so you get back to the boat, no problem. So
You guys think the cat's is pretty happy about leaving.
she's incredibly tense. Yeah, she is, but she's focused and able to guide you even though you get back by the time it's well after dark. So it's night by the time you get back to Saigon. Late. It was a full day. But yeah, you recon the plantation. You find out there's an active hostile presence there. And yeah, you don't know if you'll be able to see the footpath from the air. I will say that. It is, it's the jungle. It's pretty dense. But yeah.
Can somebody go to the signals battalion and report in what we've seen?
Sure.
Ask for guidance.
Okay.
I'll report in.
Okay. Yeah. You go to a, pretty heavily defended facility. A lot of, antenna for various, telecom efforts, and you send them, how to send a message securely to your handler, and he sends back. That was so you do consult with contacts. Yeah. Use whatever resources to strike a hostile encampment. Question, is that the temple?
It's at the location of the old temple,
All right.
and it's connected to similar sign that we saw in previous mission.
And our target came from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. What do you can't try and get some shut, or you can try and do a late night meeting to get the CIA gunship for an early morning strike tomorrow, or
I'll go ahead and confer with him on the CIA side so we can at least organize everything that we need.
yeah.
And
I don't think we should go tonight, but
Oh, it's too late tonight.
Yeah, but
you're
sure.
not like you can talk with him, but he needs at least say 6 hours to get the.
So I have a question about the district lab that we found, right? Can you park a car on that street?
Sure. Not like a truck, but like a
Yeah.
I know
a sedan.
Like a taxi I stole from a guy who was trying to.
Oh yeah, you did do that.
They can
didn't
have a
you?
lot
Yeah.
of C4 in it.
Yeah, so I think we got to hit him at the same time. You don't want to be.
Leaving one.
You don't want to be out there in when they can fucking teleport. Basically, that's fucking fast. We don't even know how he got there. So I think you burn the lab at the same time. You're in the air, ready to hit the compound.
Do we need to secure something to drop on there?
I think we should car bomb it.
I'm talking like the temple.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a gunship, so it should have rockets.
The gunship will have rockets and mounted guns.
Fair enough.
So that's covered. But
Yeah.
I just agree with you when you said.
And, if you spend 2
naval-
points, you can actually go there and land with a 3-man kill team to go with you.
Yeah. So that's the plan for the temple that may or may not be there. But we need something for the lab too. So yeah. How much fun money do we have left?
I think he had like $400 or $500 left. I want to say. You can also spend preparedness or others or make bureaucracy rolls to acquire more shit through the military.
Acquire car bomb.
I mean, if you have demolitions, anything can be a car bomb if you're creative enough.
Do the CIA guys have demolitions? Because I have it at 1. I am not very good.
I do not have it.
I got CIA 3.
Okay.
And we have CIA.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the demolition
the
skills.
demolition
I mean,
part,
yeah,
so.
you can acquire explosives, or you could ask the CIA to do it for you. Sure.
Yeah, I would ask them to rig it for me.
Okay. Yeah. You can, and with your spending the points, you're like, yeah, no, it's a VC safe house. Let's take care of it. Yeah.
See, they're not big on questions, especially at this point in history.
Well, that's all you have to do is say it's a VC safe house. Yeah. That's all right. You had me at the safe
There's
house.
enemy combatants there.
Yeah.
Can they get us the explosives too, or should I get that somewhere?
Yeah, if you want to make the spend, you can get a lot of goodies from the CIA. So
I don't have CIA.
I do, though. So
yeah.
I do as well.
Everybody's friends with the CIA.
You guys are friends with the CIA.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think we're your only friends. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a car bomb, or you can get a. You can give them a
I'm
car.
friends with my army buddies and the organization that lets me get out of drug charges for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, 55-gallon dump in the trunk of this fucking taxi with just a shit ton of explosives around it. Yeah. And a remote detonator.
Yeah.
Yep. So, that's I have spin. So
That's
rigged.
yeah. I'd say that's a point. Yeah, to
Yes.
get to rig the taxi to be a car bomb. Yeah, you can park it outside the front gate and make a big entrance. Now, those of you who have at least one point of demolitions know that's not going to level the entire building. It does have a wall around it, which is going to it'll probably catch on fire and hopefully take out the rest. Now, if there's a basement, the basement will probably be protected, but you'd have a big hole to go through and confirm anything if you want. So it'll definitely in the building's use as a drug lab, but like if there's somebody in there, like it also depends on when you want to hit it too.
I say we take a remote detonator and we hit it as we're flying over and then just zip out of town to Sun Rat, which has got to be a couple minutes by helicopter at this point. So
Yeah, it's not too far.
I say we just blow it up on the way out of town.
Sounds good to me.
You got to park it.
Do so.
I do not look remotely Vietnamese.
None of us do. We're very we're very pale.
So yeah, that is the problem. If you park it and you don't immediately detonate it, there are guards now, or in the building, or outside of it.
We can also
or around it.
Yeah, we at least act right now to fake a breakdown where it has to be here. Try to.
One of us could stay behind and then try and catch up with the cat, and then we at least have a second out if this gunship thing doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So you want to do that, and then you could catch up with the cat in case
and be with her on
we
that.
get shot down by magic lantern people or whatever the fuck it sends after.
Man, I almost forgot about those things. Don't say that.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. So
What? Me worry?
yeah. All
So
right.
you want to do that?
Yeah.
You do the clandestine, and we do the overt.
Okay.
Yeah, your stealth were loud.
All right. So the three of you are loading up with a 3-minute.
Who are our CIA guys? Describe them so we have deep personalities for them when they definitely survive this and they become our lifeline.
So yeah, first you have to have the meeting with Mr. Fall at the bar Cosmos.
Yeah.
And
Agents meet Shield and Ablative.
Yeah, take the fall, Mr. Agent, take the fall. Take T fall.
yeah, he's a Huey gunship, and heavily armed. And so all right, you got it. Your bona fides check out. So happy to help Phoenix out however I can. But yeah, you wanted backup because you needed to land, get some intel. Yeah. I got 3 boys for you. 2 of them are local, 1's American, and they don't ask questions.
That's good because we want to leave nothing moving.
Yeah. I call them the 3 Stooges. 2 of them don't speak English.
That inspires confidence.
Yeah.
Which was Larry?
The American.
I hate to tell you, this is a group of shit.
Yeah.
This is a strike force of shimps. So you're shit.
Strike for ship. Go.
So yeah, we'll be happy to help you.
You got any friends at ARVN?
Sure.
Think you could call in an artillery position if it gets that bad?
It takes time and money. They're not the most quick responding.
Time and money, a thing that the CIA has nothing of.
Well, they're going to ask questions about what we're actually doing.
Look, it's an area that's already been completely blasted with Agent Orange. They missed a spot.
Yeah.
You can't.
You know what plants also don't like? High-yield explosives. Launched from the city into this area on a VC compound.
Rondo, it's what plants crave.
All right. Yeah, that would be another CIA point spend for a total of 3.
Okay, I'll
one
do
helicopter, 1 for the kill team.
I'll spend
and 1 for an
I'll
artillery
spend
strike.
mine.
Okay.
All right, so we fly over after you drop off the car. Click, click. We land. Definitely don't shoot anyone we see. Investigate the cult. And then if it gets really hot, we send in some nasty surprises with the Coriolis effects. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see how that works out.
It's a whiz bang, is what it is.
So, yeah, All right, cool. So Gina,
Spending disguise to make sure that I have. So do I need to do a full roll for it, or
you already have the peasant clothing, I assume. Well, no, you want to dress up as like a cat
driver. Yeah.
So yeah, difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Actually 3. It's not.
Then I'll literally spend the 3 that I have here too.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
You just spend 2 and you're guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I just figured.
Stop a couple blocks away.
Yeah, I'm good.
Undo a stem of a tire.
Yeah.
Okay.
And have a breakdown.
Yep.
I gotta go get my buddy.
So yeah, you approach it while your tire goes flat. You get out, but there are 2 guys smoking with pistols, and they're clearly under their shirts.
It's like just letting out a long string of curse words in Vietnamese and just kicking it, looking in the back like, fucking no, don't another 2.
Hey, what are you doing?
I have a bust. That's like tire bust. I don't have anything right now. That's like to get it. I'm really sorry. I'm late for a pickup, but I need to get there. Give me at least an hour.
No, here,
come back.
You use our phone. Come on in.
So I said, no, I know the tire shop down the road right now.
Use our phone. Come on inside.
So, no, I can't use the phone right now. Like I said, he's just down the road right now. Please, thank you. And start walking.
He starts. No, come back here. You don't turn around. I'm talking to you. Come back.
So let's see. I think, what was it? Oh, stealth roll to basically get lost in the crowd at that point.
It's not a crowd. It's a
Or,
slum in the dead of night.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the dead of night. Okay.
It's a Summon of the Dead Night, and this is also a building people avoid.
So, no, well, it's like, I can't, and just, let's just book it.
Well, I mean, that will blow they'll be very suspicious of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Do you have streetwise?
I do have streetwise.
Do you have any interpersonal abilities?
Humans. So, no, actually, I forgot about it. Oh, yeah, inspiration. So, because that's just, isn't that just allowing you to...
That's not going to work.
No. Okay.
If you had fast
You
talk...
can be the best henchman.
Oh, actually, I forgot negotiation, too, so...
negotiation, you have to have something you want to give them. Something you
So
really...
you have no streetwise.
Yeah, we still have some of the cash left, correct? So...
Not preparedness.
Preparedness, yep, can't do. So, let me go ahead. Spend 4 on that.
Do not give him too much cash.
I'm not, so... Alright, that's going to be...
Here's $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm a Vietnamese
No,
cabin.
it's enough, basically enough to tempt them right now. Let's say maybe, $20, $30 or so.
Okay.
It's like, okay, look, this is my earnings for the day. I have enough I have the favor that I'm going to get back, but I just need to get over there. Can you do that? Look, I don't want any business with you. I don't want any trouble. Like I know that just
everyone avoids the place.
Yeah,
you have a very clear reason for not going.
I don't want to be in there right now. I don't want to be there too. Just take the money and I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
What's your name?
So, just random fake Vietnamese name. So,
where do you live? Do you have any? If you can spend something that would let you anthropology or something foreign language,
yeah, so I do my foreign language because I'm
okay. You spend a point of Vietnamese, you can come up with a backstory. That's very convincing.
Okay.
And basically, you realize if you tell them, oh, my family lives here, please, they'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
If you're not here now, we're going to pay a visit to your family.
No, I will be back. I will be back. I promise. So.
Like, all right. He just looks at you. It's just utter contempt. But yeah. It works.
Shit.
Yeah, basically.
Sweating bullets that are actually real.
You're pretty close to taking their guns out. Yeah. And they go back to their duty. And you've timed this pretty well. So you want to be leaving pretty soon after the car gets dropped off.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty much the second I get a radio, we were wheels up.
Yeah.
And I plan to fly over and have a cool backdrop.
Yeah.
As we leave town.
All right.
I'll fly this thing.
All right. So you do have a car bomb.
Bring the other pilot, too. Okay. Let's have redundant pilots. That's always a good idea.
A blade of pilots.
I can't fly this fucking thing.
So...
Easy.
I'm going to have one of you roll a d6, but any of you who's taking part of this mission can add demolitions to this roll. And you want a high number.
I will spend my 1.
I will spend my 1 as well.
All right, so
spend my 1 too.
That's +3.
I do not have demolition.
All right, who wants to roll?
I'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Hey!
All right, it fucking goes off. You can the Saigon lights up from below you as you see the building just collapse.
It's the little things in life.
The shockwave it tears through the thin old walls, which are obviously not built to withstand a bomb blast, and this building's old and not well repaired, and it is just trashed. Anything living in there.
And explosions do a good job.
Explosions do a good job. Yeah, anything in that building is gone. If there is anything in there, if there's a basement that probably may have survived, maybe not, but nobody's getting out of the. Yeah, there's a lot of rubble.
Yeah, rifle, running board, just watching it burn.
Yeah,
singing CCR in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I've flown something in combat.
Yeah. By the way, give me a stability check for helplessness, as the two guards were pretty close to fucking just pointing guns at you and ordering you inside.
Yep, that's a 6. I'm actually okay.
It helps that they're pieces now.
Yeah, but you're making your way to a cab. Are you? I'd say you could. How are you getting to the docks?
Shoot, that.
Are you running, or do you want to make a preparedness roll for another vehicle?
This is a motorbike kind of time.
Yeah, just preparedness roll for that.
Yeah, a motorbike is like a 4.
A 4, all right. 5.
All
so
right.
Listen.
Do you have driving?
I do have drive.
All right.
So, do I need to go ahead and roll that to see if I can get there as quickly as possible?
you can play it safe and not have to roll?
No, we need to get out of here as quickly as possible.
All right, difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. Spending 3.
Cutting through what traffic there is, and certainly there's some sirens going off.
That's an 8. So
all right, yeah, you were fucking Jackie Channing on a motorcycle off this shit. You were
going by. I actually spot one of the cowboys and take a bag off of him on my way out. So.
Wow, they're just trying to get by.
Vindictive is what I am.
Delta Green.
Protecting you from the unknown and stealing your shit.
Yeah, apparently.
Just you have to say Delta Green every time you make a good dice roll.
So it's very good. So let's see here. Yeah. Okay. Wait first. Okay. All right.
All done with this, or just the Stooges?
All of you. Follows the pilot, actually. So go.
Okay. I'll be in the other pilot's seat.
Yeah. So it takes about 20 minutes to get from takeoff to it's cruising. The Huey's cruising at 100 miles an hour. It has a 300-mile range, so you have a lot of flight time. But you are not gonna. It's not gonna be landing per se. It's gonna get a couple feet off the best out of the mud, and you have to jump down because if it lands on the mud, it ain't getting back up.
Oh, I want it up in the air.
Yeah.
The entire time we're down there.
Yeah.
Shooting at anything that comes after us.
Oh yes, don't you worry about that.
My plan, there's 3 of us, right?
Yeah.
And there's the trail, there's the house, and there's the plantation.
The big house and the refinery.
The refinery, yeah.
Yeah, the plantation house is like a house,
Right.
but an old plantation manor built by the French a long time ago.
So
And then the refinery.
I say we split up when we hit the guard towers hot. Rockets, full-blown Chuck Norris missing in action. We fast rope our jump off, and then we split up one of each of us with a stooge, and we hit the 3 locations, stay in radio contact, see what we see, and then blow up whatever we don't like and leave.
That will be most of this, I assume.
Yeah.
And then we do it fast.
Yeah, so the guard towers take a little bit of shooting to take down, but they are lone dudes in wooden, towers.
Yeah, it's an M60. It's going to tear through it like big.
Yeah. Takes one of the Stooges a little time to zero in, but he does so, and the guy just has an AK. He can't do shit against a Huey.
Yeah.
And let's see. Okay, there's not much. There are some, but there is actually a couple of rifles shots from the big house in the refinery. There's at least some other people here scattered, but you fly in. It's 20 minutes. It's night. You get to that, and you open up with the M60 on the first guard tower by the bay. Take him out easily. The Mr. Fall fires a rocket and hits the guard tower, bringing it down. And
I go up to Fall, wait till you're in the air a minute, then pop a flare.
Okay.
So we get down, we scatter.
Yeah.
Who wants to take what?
So yeah, the three sites.
Yeah. I like
The foot trail, the plantation house, and the refinery.
I'll do the foot trail.
Okay.
Because that's the most interesting one.
It's the least, yeah.
I'll do the house.
I'll do the refinery.
All right.
All right. So the plantation house and the refinery do have attackers. They're defenders, people with guns taking shots at you since they could see you, jumping out of the helicopter as it got close to the ground. So each of you, and you're leading your stooge. He is helping you. Each of you give me, are you just running as quickly as possible, cover to cover, or stealthing? It is dark still.
He's dropping us in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Running to our different location. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to get close enough to the house to throw a grenade through the windows. Yeah.
Okay. So that's athletics.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
Pretty much
Stealthing?
the same thing. Same
Athletics.
thing. Yep.
Difficulty 4.
7.
7.
All right, both of you. You are getting shot at. This is combat, so both of you give me a civility check for violence. This is unless you're adapted to it.
Is this also 4?
Yeah.
4.
I make it.
Okay. Then yeah, no check marks for violence. You're doing fine.
This is good because I already have 2.
Yeah. No one's shooting from the trail. But it's dark, and it is a footpath that goes into
Which
the dark.
stooge are you with?
Oh, Mo. Not with Mo.
Yeah. Do you speak Vietnamese? Do you have language?
I have no.
Speak point.
Yeah.
I speak point.
Everyone speaks point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Are you do notice odd, weird things growing on the plants around the path? You're not an expert on it. It looks maybe like fungus or something.
I have a point in the unnatural. Would that count for anything? Or
Not for this, no.
Rats.
And yeah,
Just take some.
are you sneaking or are you going to be running up the path?
We're going to be running.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to do this fast.
Yeah, athletics. You're
Also,
running through a narrow footpath through the jungle at night.
All right, I'll spend 3. That'll put me.
Hey,
you're
they
going-
use it. I hope they don't trap it.
Well, that was fortunate. 4.
All right, yeah, you're running, and we'll get back to you because it is a bit of a jog to get out of the footpath. So we'll go do who's going to the big house?
Me.
All right. So it is an old 19th century or older French plantation manor. If you remember that deleted scene from Apocalypse Now, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that. The roof probably needs a lot of work and slowly sinking into the swamp. But yeah, there are 2 sources of gunfire, one on the first floor and one on the second floor. And you can throw a grenade to one or the other.
Eyes on me, Curly, and point to the other.
Okay.
And then we both throw grenades. Yeah.
All right, he'll use your roll for athletics.
All right. I'm going to spend 3 on this. Really don't want to bone up a grenade throw. That's 6.
All right. Yeah, both rifles are silenced. And
Kick open the door and just moving room to room and to
give me a sense trouble.
Ugh. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's trouble.
Yeah, well, it's
If there's a white phosphorus flare and a guy shooting rockets from a helicopter above me.
It's just if the trouble is coming from you or
Oh, it's
anyone
just
else.
Tuesday.
All right, I get a 6.
let's see here. Cool. You do make it. There are footsteps coming, and you see a man with a rifle. He is, but even in the brief look at him, he looks wrong. His eyes are too big, and he has actually not a rifle but a shotgun. So, and yeah, we'll get to you. We'll do that comment in a second. But yeah, you're doing in close quarters urban combat with some people with very large eyes and shotguns. So, meanwhile, the refinery
Kind of doing the same thing as burning up and tossing grenades inside.
well, it's a large building constructed of palm logs and brick on poured concrete foundation where they once processed palm oil. It has the windows are actually barred, so your grenades would bounce off.
Lame.
Are they firing out of it?
They are firing out of it.
Okay.
There
Well,
is
good luck.
It's all good.
and there is a
got
large
Larry.
square wooden door at one end, chain shut, and an iron door on the other side. So Yeah, it's going to be harder to get in. This building is a little more fortified.
Hey, you got a key flying above you.
Yeah.
So one radio call away.
He's got a radio down it's like, hey, we're down here. We need a door.
Okay. Do you have military signs?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to spend, you can know how to accurately describe where to shoot.
Dunzo.
Yeah. And where to take cover from the incoming strike. So go ahead and roll a d6 for me, Tom.
3.
All right. Yeah, it's on target. There is a massive hole, and you and which stooge are you with?
I guess Curly.
Yeah, he's with Larry.
Oh, you're with
Larry.
I
Yeah.
have Curly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
you have
Larry.
the American. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just he's
It's like just the kind of person I need in here.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm gonna do the major pain. If he in there, he ain't happy.
so
That was a children's movie.
Such a good movie.
So that's going to take you a second. Let's see here. Oh, actually, so the door blows open, but there is actually a secondary explosion. Turns out firing rocket pods,
Palm oil.
well, at gas canisters does a lot of fucking damage. So
Marginally flammable.
you're going to have to wait a minute for that to clear.
Okay, that happened. Mm-hmm. I was like, give it a minute. We'll let him cook in there first.
Let's see here. All right, cool. So that's going to take you a minute. Meanwhile, let's see. By the way, you're so you get there. You're trying to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
I
just
imagine.
with the cat and
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
hearing explosions.
you're Saigon, Miami vicing right now.
Yeah. In the air tonight. Yeah.
Ironically wearing a white
blasting.
jacket that's just being splattered with mud as we're going over the swamp.
This is the way to handle the war on
We got
drugs.
the white jacket for the Fitzcarraldo part.
So you come to
It's cold.
Adrian Nelson. You come to clearing, and you can see there is hollow palm logs lying on their sides around the circle, like places for people to sit. A circle of milled palm logs about 40 yards in diameter surrounds what can only be described as a giant pock mark in the earth. Do you have medicine or chemistry?
Medicine or chemistry? No medicine. No chemistry, no.
It's a weird organic shape, but it's weird.
It's fine.
It's a weird pockmark. And on the north edge of the earth altar, a square indentation shows, let's see. Well, there is an indentation in the altar that you think that's where you would place something of ritual importance. But it's not there because they're not doing a ceremony. This is a ceremonial site. That's pretty obvious. You have a cult, right?
Yeah, well, no, I don't actually.
Okay. Well, you have a
It's a
natural.
natural, yeah.
Yeah. Same, which also is like, this is
Occult premium.
yeah, it's true. Let's see here.
Nobody present.
There is nobody present, but you are, with your natural, you do feel like if you had time to search the site or dig around the altar, you would probably find something. Well, you have a bad feeling about that.
Can I flex my hypergeometry here?
Not yet. You have you have noticed you can search the area.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We also have cameras, so you can take pictures of whatever you see. If
Well,
there's no
I
fighting
mean,
you.
yeah, it took you some time. It was about a mile running through the woods to get here, which, took you probably 6 or 7 minutes. So, but yeah, you're searching. So their search is an ability, is it not? Or
It does not appear to be.
okay, alertness or notice. You have notice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Certainly.
I believe it is.
Notice.
I don't think they do any kind of perception
Okay.
check.
Well, they have notice as an
Yeah,
ability.
notice is a.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you have notice.
Yes.
Okay. So you will notice something. In fact, you do notice something. There are 2 poles that are sticking up, and there are manacles dangling from these poles. They've drilled holes into them, and you realize that they stand these up and they shackle people to them for ritual sacrifice.
Is the crocodile smell here?
Yes. It's just around the entire region.
Oh, okay. Not more prevalent. Okay.
Well, yeah, you'll know if it's more prevalent. There's a whole drill. Yeah. So there are also 2 other poles that have a strange pulley-shaped design carved into them, and there's a hole drilled into each pole through the center of the design. When you sight along these holes, they point to the northwest. So, with your knowledge of a natural, you indicate that these poles There's a ritual significance to a place to the northwest.
Okay.
And
Is the sunlight supposed to spill through these holes, or the moonlight?
blood
Blood, I see.
from the ritual sacrifices. Yeah.
Saigon's northwest.
Anyway, back to the plantation. Let's do the big house. So there's you and your stooge, and there are two...
Curly, he has a name.
Curly, sorry. You and Curly, and there are two guards with shotguns that are totally normal. They just have weird eyes. What do you want to do? They have firearms
Shoot
for.
them.
What's your firearms?
11.
You were going before they are.
That's the key.
Yeah. So their hit threshold is 3. So
I'm making it a 6.
all right, and you're using.
Kalishnikov that we got.
All right, that has auto fire.
So I'm definitely using that.
Yeah, I kind of, you know what? I took a wild guess and thought you might want to use the auto fire rules with our new lethality mechanic. Let's see here. Lethality. I don't suppose you wrote it down, or I don't think I gave you that.
No, I got it mid-game.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Those are explosives, not.
Put an index.
Here we go. Lethality 1, so roll a d6.
5.
So you 20 damage, or 25 damage, I believe. Yeah, because it's times 5.
Fuck me. Okay. Damn, I hope that kills this guy.
Yeah.
They got more than 25 hit points.
It's going to be a problem.
I think we miscalculated.
No, he's totally dead. I'm
Maybe
going
slight more trouble than we thought.
to say your stooge. He has a firearms pool of 4. Yeah, so how many do you want to spend for him?
3.
Okay, go ahead.
He makes it at 5.
All right, same thing. Roll a die. 3, so that's 15 damage, which weirdly enough is also enough to kill this guy.
Good.
So they, are just riddled with gunfire and collapse before they're able to get a shot off. And you are able to search the big house.
Notice spend.
Let's see here. No, you don't need to make a spend. There's nothing. Let's see here.
Any papers, any maps. Just ripping them off the walls and tables and putting them in a sack. Anything that I didn't shoot or cover with blood or shrapnel.
So there's a big kitchen that is one of the few rooms that actually seems remotely presentable. They obviously use it to prepare their food here. You know, the rest of the mansion is in squalor. There's mold. It's damp. It's the reptilian scent is quite strong. The master bedroom looks like a flood hit it. And there is an antique French king bed. Swims in a pool of mud and water. The air thick with crocodilian musk in one of the bedroom or the master bedroom. But a search on the upper floor finds a peeling, mildewed wallpaper, shows a pale cross-shaped patterns. An empty chapel is empty except for a green stone idol of a octopus-headed humanoid with small wings. All right.
Knock it into a sack.
Yep. You take the idol. There are scattered furniture, lanterns, spare boots, oil, hatchet, and there's some shotguns, an M16, and some metal ammo cases. Yeah, you get the sense that, like, this is used for large numbers of people, but not for very long. Like, people would come in to do some business, and then they would leave after a few days. So, meanwhile...
I'm just throwing the lanterns once I've gathered everything I can and...
Yeah. It'll burn, weirdly enough. So, Marcus, you and your stooge... Larry, sorry.
He has a name, Ross. Use it.
Little American Larry.
You see the remnants of a drug lab, or some kind of laboratory. Obviously, the explosions has fucked up quite a bit, but there is still an enormous brick kiln that is still going with a bluish-green tinged fire. There are surgical tables lining one wall. Give me a stability check.
Agility?
Stability.
Yeah, do it. Stability.
To not jump out of your skin.
6.
Okay. Roll for your guy.
5.
Okay. Well, there are surgical tables bearing corpses, human, hybrid, and crocodilian. Your guy's like, what the fuck? He's never seen a hybrid before.
It's actually like that's why we're burning everything.
Jesus Christ. They're in varying stages of dissection and decomposition. Organs, there are a bunch of broken jars that had organs in them until the explosion destroyed them. There are equipment crates used as tables, and let's see here, there are bills of lading that you grab that are...
like anything that's not destroyed, I'll...
As you start doing that.
Also, in a bag.
There are modern microscopes and weird... Do you have a cult?
I do.
You recognize, next to modern microscopes, you recognize equipment more appropriate for medieval alchemy?
Can they be carried, or are they too heavy?
Well, it takes some time to go through it to figure out what he's doing or what's worth carrying. There are some bookcases in a former china cabinet.
Yeah, let's take pictures.
And there are some books and diaries, yeah.
Books and diaries, we'll take those for sure.
Yeah, as you're doing that.
Delta Green loves to take books.
There's a locked roll-top desk holding copies, well, something in there, but it's locked.
I have a key.
Roll a d6.
6.
Okay. All right, you do not shoot any important documents.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. There is a vast aquarium, and that's when you hear a glass crack. It is dark, murky water in there, and you hear the crack of glass.
Like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out right now.
All right, roll athletics.
Roll grenade behind you.
How many are you spending?
3. 8.
Okay, I'll say your guy has Larry has a pool of 5 athletics. How many do you want to spend for Larry?
3.
All right.
And he got a 9.
Okay.
Larry was motivated.
Yeah, you both get out of the building just as you hear the glass shatter and hear water pouring out.
And I'm sure that's all we hear.
And then there is a deep, low, guttural sound.
Which is not our problem.
And metal cracking as something is moving behind you.
That's why we're running.
Okay.
That's what the legs are for.
All right. So you two are running. You two are getting out of the big house just as you see those two run out.
I'm calling Nelson, sit rep.
Yeah. You found...
to go.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so I took pictures of everything.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to run back?
Yeah.
All right. Athletics.
All right, the last 2 points.
Come on, Mo.
And go ahead and roll for that.
No one gets left behind.
Oh, I only got 3.
All right, so you trip on a root, you stumble and fall down. Give me a sense trouble check.
Sense trouble check, okay.
Let's see who are you with? Well, your ally. He makes his, so he's running up ahead.
I'm going to spend all 3 points of sense trouble.
Okay.
Can't risk anything here.
4.
4.
Whew. All right, there's something in the woods, something in the jungle around you.
Oh, boy.
And it's moving up ahead to cut off Mo. Yeah. So what are you going to do?
Let's see here. I call on the radio and say my path is being blocked by an unseen foe in the forest. Could someone please come pick me up?
Can he get to the secondary evac?
The boat? Let's see here. The boat, I mean, he's north of everything, so he has to go through this footpath.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to go. Everything is south of you. So something in the woods is scuttling up ahead. It seems to be moving on an intercept course to go after Mo. What is your next action? You're on the ground.
So this thing is focused on Mo.
I mean, Mo is running. Yeah.
Can I just...
Let's see if Mo notices. Mo does not notice.
Okay, I just can I signal the boat to just run ahead, and I kind of use him as a meat sheet.
I mean, you can try and run around him after you can wait for it to attack him and then run past him.
Hey, you don't have to be the fastest, just faster than the slowest.
I mean,
there's already a bunch of noise going on with what they're doing, right?
You can't understand. Yeah, you're a mile away from them, and there's woods between you and them. So
okay.
Basically, the only clear path is the footpath, which is what Mo is on.
Yeah.
And you could, if you have navigate, you could just keep going south and not get lost in the woods. Do you have navigation? Land navigation, or what is it called? There's a navigation ability, right? Or survival. I guess survival.
Yeah, it'd be survival.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, you have one. Yeah.
I got an extra point thanks to the cat, so I can spend 2.
Okay. Is that a general or an investigative ability?
That is a technical ability. It's an investment.
Okay, yeah, so you can just spend it.
Okay.
So you're just going through the woods ignoring all this.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, the city, we can't...
He's north of everything, but so is the river path. And if he's not coming from the bay, he could intercept the boat, because it's got to go south.
No, the boat is far south of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you came up from the south.
Okay.
And the circle, the ritual circle, is north of the
right.
Yeah.
So
you're just bypassing the footpath and going around it, and Mo's on his own.
All right.
I mean, no, I'm asking you. Do you want to try and save Mo, or are you trying to just get out?
I'm trying to get out.
Okay, so you use your survival. You run south directly through the woods, and that's when you hear the scream. Mo gets hit by something in the dark. Give me a stability check.
All right. 1.
All right, that's going to be probably 4 points.
Yikes.
Because you're letting him die, and it sounds bad. And there's something big and scary ripping him apart.
So is he giving you this screaming in narrative of what's going on? Like, oh God, he's torn my leg off.
I mean, you can hear the meat ripping, so...
I'm not proud of this, but I gotta live.
Yeah, give me athletics.
Well, shoot, nothing to spin. Come on, dice. 2.
Well, you're making progress.
Yeah.
You're not getting lost. That's, yeah. And meanwhile, you two are running. You two see them running out. And you...
Do I pass him on the way?
Well, he's in the house. What are you doing?
If I got my shit, I'm leaving and setting it on fire.
Okay, yeah. So you're getting out of the house. You're going back to the clearing where you...
I'm going to yell out, something moving in the refinery.
Fall?
Fall is there.
Those things have 24 rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Give them another one.
level the building.
Yeah.
They said, can I swear to level the building?
Wait, something. I see something. Yeah, you're on the radio. There's something moving in there.
Level the building.
Make sure it's not moving. I don't know what to tell him, man.
You got rockets, man. Use them.
He made a stability check.
Good.
All right, now he'll spend 3 points of whatever heavy weapons in order to shoot the thing, and he does. All of you need to give me a stability check as you hear this inhumanly loud. Well, not you. You're far enough away.
You still hear it.
Yeah, you still hear, but not. You have other concerns. But you two need to make stability checks because the roar is so loud and so deep.
2.
5.
Yeah, there's so much smoke.
3. God damn it.
All right, that's only 3 stability because you're only hearing it.
I'll go down to 0. I'm not investigating shit.
Yeah.
We are beyond investigating.
And yeah, one last athletics check to get on board the helicopter.
Spending the rest of my athletics. That's a 5.
All right, so you're slow. You're first on board the helicopter, Marcus.
Okay.
You and your buddy.
Nelson, where the fuck are you?
Yeah, you have the radio. Well, yeah. What are you armed? What are in your hands? Flashlight, gun, or radio. Pick 2.
Let's see. Flashlight and radio.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear them. You can talk to each other.
Okay, there's something out here. It got Mo. I am eating shit out here. I'm falling down, and can someone please come pick me up?
We'll try, but do not return to the plantation. I repeat, do not return to the plantation.
I'll cover you as you get...
Yeah, you gotta get to the boat. You gotta find...
so Larry
find land.
gets to the M60 and starts firing in that general direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of smoke, so you can't see what is the status of that thing or what it's doing. You clearly hit it, though. It's real angry. And the... so meanwhile, you're slow. So give me a sense trouble check.
I know there's trouble. I'm extremely aware.
Look, there's general trouble and then there's specific trouble.
I get an 8.
Okay.
No.
There's, like I said, this place is overgrown. There's a lot of brush, and there's something moving real fast on the underbrush towards you.
Firearms, I guess.
Yeah.
Covering him, can I
Spending 4. I make a 7.
A 7? Oh, yeah. Let's take a look here. Go ahead and roll. Or damage, yeah. Roll D6.
Lethality?
Yeah.
10.
No, that's lethal. So
okay.
that's let's see here. How much damage would it hit? It actually would have survived if you rolled higher.
One time I get a 1 where I need it.
Yeah.
Thanks, dice.
Yeah, you hear something, just well, you can't really hear it, but like it stops moving. Whatever it is.
Good enough for me.
All right.
Getting on that fucking chopper.
Give me another athletics.
Oh my god, how far away is this fucking Xeno's chopper?
No, you don't have to roll. You're fine. He had.
Okay.
Yeah.
3.
3. All right. You give me a stability check.
3.
Also 3.
Yeah, you lose 3 stability as you're stumbling around in the dark, and it's close. It's right on you almost, and yeah, it catches up to you.
Rants.
So you can hear it though. It is just charging. It's not trying to be stealthy. It is low to the ground and very large. It sounds in the dark. Let's see, you had your flashlight, right? So you see it, and yeah, it's You lose force stability because you see it. It is another one of those monstrosities, one of those hybrid crocodile humanish things.
So lose 4 in addition to the 3?
No, just you lose 4 instead of 3.
Okay, got it.
But you don't have a gun, so it is charging you and is going to try and attack you. So what you can make another athletics check to try and get some distance between you and it. It will be a opposed roll.
Can I do unarmed combat to stomp it in the head?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I'm going to spend all 5 unarmed combat to stomp this thing in the head. Mm-hmm. All right, that'll be an 11.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll say that, and it rolls a 1 on its attack roll. So you actually, it comes forward with a massive, just life-ending. You see your life flash before your eyes as its jaws open up, but you sidestep it and jump down right on top of its head between its eyes, and it stuns it. So roll d6. So yeah, you actually hurt it unarmed, which is really hard to do, and you get some distance between you. On pure panic, you drop your radio, you drop your light, and you're just blindly running. But you're close to you actually get into the clearing. But it is going to recover before you can get to the helicopter.
All right, then, I guess everyone with a gun covers him as he approaches.
Yeah,
fuck that. I'm on the M60 now.
Okay, yeah, you knock off the other guy. So you haven't seen the things yet. You have, so it's one of those things. Yeah.
I have.
Okay. You saw from the previous mission?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's another one of these Soren monstrosities.
We hit 4 of them when they were trailing us on the way in.
Yeah. And, yeah, but it's going to be difficulty 5 to shoot without hitting Agent Nelson.
All right.
And auto fire, yeah, so like short controlled bursts.
Mm-hmm. Can I spend an interpersonal to tell him to get the fuck down?
You don't have to spend. Actually, no, you could spend and give him. What are you spending?
I don't know. What would
inspiration would give him a 3-point bonus on his athletic check.
I don't have inspiration.
Actually, wait a minute. Okay, no, you shoot. I have inspiration.
Okay,
I'll do that.
All right. So yeah, make an athletic check with a +3 bonus. He's yelling at you.
All right, that'll be 8 total.
All right, give me a firearm check.
All right, I spent
5.
3 on an M60. So 6.
That beats a 5.
All right, I just tracer over where his head used to be and whatever's behind him. Yeah.
So this is not full auto fire because you're suppressing, not trying to fucking kill him. So roll D6 +2.
Okay.
For standard damage.
That's
8. Yeah, that actually significantly wounds it. Doesn't kill it because it does have a lot of armor, but like
I forgot. Like I'm an officer, so I actually got inspiration.
Yeah, you're motivated. Move
your ass!
Yeah,
let's go, soldier!
And you manage to get on board the helicopter, and you take off.
Fall, you want to call your friends at Arvin?
Yeah.
Think I found a VC stronghold that needs some fucking fire on it.
Yeah, he calls in a strike as you're leaving. And as you're getting about 10 minutes away, you can hear distant artillery go off.
And I radio land to turn around and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
No argument here.
Yeah.
As you're driving up the boat.
What am I smelling? Oh no.
Yeah, there's just plumes of smoke coming up in the distance. Or you hear? No, you're on the ground. Yeah, you hear it.
It's the bridge scene from Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, would you actually call in right now? It's like Cat turned around 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're on our way back. Yeah.
We're okay.
You're still at the dock. Oh wow. I will leave it now.
Sipping out of my tie. It's like
sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, you and that you all get back in time for breakfast. It was
We only lost 1.
yeah. And you blew up. Yeah, you took that side out.
My motivation is thrill seeker.
Oh yeah.
Am
yeah.
I sufficiently thrilled?
Yeah, you have a 3-point refresh, whatever you want. Not stability, but actually no, you can use stability for that because so if you want to get your stability back, you could do that.
I will do that.
Yeah,
Dude, you have.
If anybody else has a motivation, you can get a refresh.
Patriotism, I protected my country from eldritch.
Sure,
threats.
3-point refresh or whatever you want.
Mine's mystery.
You
didn't turn around and
some bags of bullshit first.
Yeah.
We got sacks and sacks of mystery.
You did get some mystery. Yeah, that's true. So going through it, you do find
altruism.
Maybe
not.
I let the man die.
You're the reason why they need a Shem.
I'm with our Sisters of Mercy.
Yeah, if you'd saved the dude or tried to save the dude, you would get a refresh. But yeah, no. You do find deeds to the plantation house from the roll top desk. You also find deeds to the house that you blew up. So it's the same guy.
Yeah.
You do find a diary, which is in French and will take some time to read. And It does.
Cthulhu idol.
Yeah, there is a Cthulhu idol, and there are bills of lading from a Thang Long Shipping, which stands for Rising. That's Vietnamese for Rising Dragon Shipping, which is in Saigon.
Imagine that.
And there's also Cromar Shipping.
Who's the deed of the place? Is it in a name?
Yes, it is a French name.
And it was for the refinery and the plantation house.
Yes, so the same person owns both, and his name is. I'm trying to find his full name. Jean-Francois Charrier. But he also has a shipping company in Marseille, Mar Shipping. And. But yeah, reading through the diaries will take a bit of time. Somebody with French can do that.
I can do that.
All right. You spend a point of French.
Actually, that was spent right now. Let me refresh that.
You got to burn up your French vocabulary, man. You're going to forget some words.
It's too much French.
Too much French.
Refresh that.
So let's see here. You do find out that they talk about. I'll give you a more detailed briefing, but he does mention that there are other sites. There is a temple, a Khmer temple in the jungle to the northwest somewhere, and there is also a temple somewhere in Saigon.
Which I think we've taken care of those. So.
No.
Oh, we haven't? Oh,
That's
no.
the drug. That's his personal lab. It's not a temple. Charrier has entered into an alliance with the cult here. But he is not a cultist himself.
Where's the other temple at?
There's a Khmer temple, an ancient Khmer temple in northwest of the plantation. Okay. But there is also a temple somewhere in Saigon. But your cursory reading indicates, it is. So you don't know exactly where it is, but it is. You think it is near the shipping company. It is not. The shipping company. There's some relation between the shipping company and the cult.
Okay.
But these are old diaries. Apparently, he had some other diaries some elsewhere, or he stopped keeping up. And let's see here. Oh, you got a bunch of books. Yeah, all right. Let's see here. 1, 2. Oh, here we go. He has several books here, and you grabbed a bunch. Yeah, I'll say there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books here, and some are in French, some are in English, and. It'll take, there's actually, you filled your rucksack with these books in the refinery there, Marcus. One grabs your attention really quickly, because even though you don't speak French, it is titled Cults de Ghouls.
Okay.
Bye, Tom. It's good having you human for these 3 sessions.
Quiet. I'm going to need a few more at least.
We're going to call PS on that.
You can't speed run into this point. I clip through the wall.
Going to land right now.
Eat a human flesh.
Yeah, so there are 6 books that you found. One is some surgical papers. The 4th Canadian Brigade Extraordinary Surgical Papers. From there, written in English, and the date to 1915. So any of you can read that. There's Cult de Ghouls, as I mentioned. There is another French book, called Chethut de Forum de Il. Yeah, D''EAUX.
Doe.
Yeah.
Do re mi.
Seems to connect to Cthulhu. And
I'm writing down French Cthulhu.
yeah. Then there's, of course, his diary.
A different diary.
Well, just there's one diary, sorry.
Okay.
There's the Age of the Saurian, L'Age Saurian, which is also French, weirdly enough. And Aurelia, a English book pamphlet that claims to be published by the Hellfire Club.
What was that one called?
Aurelia. Urila.
Okay.
But that'll obviously take time to read any of those.
Yes.
But skimming it for details on what the fuck is going on in Saigon, you have
the temple in Saigon.
Yeah.
So there are 2 of those. So successful mission on the plantation, and 2 of the Stooges come back. Which is, about average.
Actually, I'd say that's pretty good for a Delta Green mission. 1 casualty.
Yeah.
And so that was the 7th day. Like it's the 8th day. Or are any of you gonna? You're
That's
gonna
probably the 8th day. We spent the 7th day on the boat scouting.
No, that was the 6th day.
Okay.
Yeah, so 6th day, you kind of just decided you were going to do that pretty much first, and that took all day. And 7th day, you did this. So now it's so you get back at the end of the 7th day. I assume you all probably want some fucking... Well, you go over, read the book, and get some more leads.
Well, I check, if we get back, I check the wire first, because I want to see if Corsican drug fellas are calling about any of the shit we just did.
I mean, calling the phone booth, or like just checking the wiretaps.
We have wiretaps on both their
Oh, yeah,
are they like, oh my god, our drug lord friend just got blown up, or anything like that?
They do talk about the lab being hit.
Okay.
So they are definitely connected to that.
Are they saying it's definitely Gina Lan and she's at this hotel room and let's go kill them? Okay, that's my main concern.
There are no witnesses that survived the bombing, so...
Except maybe
way to do it.
Except maybe crocodiles
that weren't outside and didn't see me.
It's a stealth run if nobody lives.
Thanks to your wiretap, you realize, they don't know it's you, but they're changing their protocols. They're not going to be partying anymore. They're raising security for
I was running out of money with the madam anyway.
Yeah, so they say no more people, no one outside of the organization. Actually, no, you do have the thing. They should talk to... We got to find out who did this. Oh, what about that Captain Love? He was new, getting really friendly with us. Yeah, let's call him tomorrow night and see if he wants to party. So...
Might miss that one.
The
girls might be busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're definitely suspicious.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and so security at the Continental is going to be raised, and your wiretap still seems to be secure. So,
okay.
But they're definitely looking now, or they're definitely on alert. They're not relaxed anymore, and they don't mention anything about the plantation house. So,
all right.
But that's the 7th.
Well, too late, bet.
8th day comes. No sign of trafficant yet. In fact, they say we need to. Oh, yeah, actually, no. If you are you spending today listening to it or watching?
Yeah, I do not want to be on the streets.
Okay.
So you all can get your stuff if you want, but I'm going to be Captain Love's laying low. Our room service protocol.
Yeah, I kind of like.
They say they need to tell trafficant to hold up a day. We need to sweep the Continental again. So. Apparently he's coming. He was supposed to come today, but they're pushing it back a day.
So we can leave that day as a one to just.
Well, that's basically our cover. We did what we need to do for Delta Green. We have tons of Corsican intel if they ask, "What did you do with your time from the BNDD?" And I don't think we need them if we know that we need to be looking at this Rising Dragon shipping company, because if they're going to be making a deal, it's going to be going through there. So, fuck listening to a hotel meeting full of angry, paranoid guys with guns. Let's sidestep that.
Actually do the bust.
Well, I mean, at least figure out what the fuck where the material is going to whom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is the only thing we would need to learn from the fucking meeting. Because we know the mouse is going, we know Traficante is going, we know it's the Corsicans.
And honestly, at this point, we could just do maybe an info drop right now, put it on to Interpol or someone else to basically make that bust. And
well, I mean, we don't want.
Oh, speaking of the
people
mouse,
who don't know what they're doing. Yeah,
they don't know where he is.
Well, I could. Yeah,
I
metagamed that one out. I didn't think the princess is in another castle.
No. They think, oh, was he... Do you think he got hit at the lab? He came in early. They're like, oh, fuck. We lost the mouse. God damn it. So, yeah.
Well, that'd be nice. I smoke weed in my hotel room and listen to a wiretap about it.
Okay, yeah, that's what you're doing. What about the three of you?
I have some real food and also am listening in because I'm the
only one of you needs to be listening, but I mean, you can double up if you want.
Essentially, I'm doing this like, yeah, fuck yeah.
All right.
I need to learn French.
Yeah,
for research.
Mm-hmm. At least what we're going through, can I pull up any information specifically on our French? That's like the owner of the that particular warehouse,
Jean-Francois
Charrier.
From what source?
Let's see.
It's just a name on a deed.
Yeah, while we're listening to wiretaps, we can do a paperwork day of reading all our terrible books.
Okay.
Actually, I forgot I had one more agency I hadn't sketched out yet because I had points in. So let's say this is Interpol. I do want to say if he is anything really sketchy.
That's not going to be something you can get in a day.
Okay.
1968 in Saigon. I'm
Fair,
going to say. So you don't have to spend points now, but like.
Just wire that out and see.
Let me read him a bit. Yeah, I don't know if people would know much about him. Let's see here. Yeah, he actually your best thing is actually reading his diary.
Okay, then I'll spend the time reading the diary. So
I will start on the 4th Canadian Brigade surgical papers.
Yeah, that's actually fairly brief. You could definitely read that in a day. So, Nelson, do you want to read one of the books that you've gotten and smoke weed and listen to wiretaps?
I get,
Dude, let's all get high and listen to wiretaps and laugh at them.
Should I be addressing that?
Oh yeah. Negative 2 stability. You're shaken, so you can't really do much. So you need to recover some stability. Does anybody have? I think it's shrink, or is it psychotherapy?
We are not a
Or some whores.
will therapy group. I get the I got weed.
Yeah.
Weed.
You are resting at a safe haven, so you can just rest for the day, and you can get 3 points of stability back.
Okay.
So you can do that once per mission, is just rest for a day at a safe haven and get your stability back. Yeah, you saw some bad shit, and you let someone die.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very pointedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned I was not a good person.
Well, you decided you would rather live than risk your life for someone else that you just met. So,
Yeah.
all right. So you're just coming to terms with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And I guess you're all sitting in the hotel room at the Hilton. The stench of weed growing thicker as you
We can open a window.
Okay, we open a window. There is AC here, so yeah, and room service is brought to you. I assume, yes, you're all just kind of getting a little paranoid too. Probably, I don't know. Tell me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like Cult 1911.
Yeah.
People leave it at the door. Yeah.
is that ketchup? I better not be
While I
ketchup.
read 1904 surgical papers.
And listen to wiretaps.
I guess we do you want to try to get a claymore for the door?
No.
Yeah,
Like,
getting really high and then operating a claymore.
What does it say?
who's the real enemy here?
Yeah, I'm going to point it at my parents. They encouraged me.
Take that, Daryl.
They said I shouldn't run away to Canada. Thanks. So you're reading the diary, you're reading the surgical papers, you're napping. What about you, Marcus?
You are not reading
No,
de Gaulle.
I
You
can't.
can't. Yeah, it's French.
Good. I didn't tell anyone about it, and I'm keeping it. But
We've got from the Hellfire Club. That's amazing.
but yeah.
If you wanted to hide the book, you would have had the opportunity during the mission. That I would allow you to make
There's
it.
no reason for him to know that is the book to hide.
He would look at the title page.
Metagame alert.
No, I didn't. I did learn the unnatural the last time.
Yeah. And it's French. It's not like Cult de Ghouls. It's pretty easy to
Throw him
translate.
the English book. You really
Yes, I will read that one.
Okay.
But I'm keeping the other one.
Well, you can't. Well, the others know about it. So, like, the way Delta Green works in the 60s, like, they're all going to report that you found the Cult of Ghouls, and if you don't turn it in at the end of the mission, they're going to be like, where the fuck is it?
We're kind of official. We have inventories now.
Yeah, they have inventories and tracking things. So I would say, I can retcon a little bit because this is gumshoe, that's how this works. Do you have sleight of hand, or what is the filch, or whatever it is?
That's filch, yeah.
Yeah, filch. Do you have filch?
I do not.
Okay, so you don't, there's no way you could have, like, hidden it, before the other agents would have seen it.
Fair enough.
All right. So they know about Cult of Ghouls. If you want to steal it, they would know you stole it. All right. So
I am going to attempt to read it at some point, but I'm not. I won't sneak it away.
that's fine. I know what your next experience points are going for. Yeah. So the surgical papers. Do you have medicine?
I do.
All right.
Should I spend a point?
You do not have to for this because there are optional things, but so under this, it is written by a Major Clapham Lee, who assembles a great deal of practical information on reanimating dead tissue. He credits a Boston researcher, Herbert West, with many of his original insights. There's complex chemical formulas and information on how to resuscitate dead tissue, and this was the kind of thing you would need to spend a year or more studying with a lab to see if it is bullshit or not. But
considering all of the corpses we are developing pictures of, and in that river we saw,
yeah.
I'm inclined to believe them.
Right. So it is rather, it is a medical text. It is dry as hell, but like the implications are clear. I will say you have a dedicated pool points too for any investigations involving the reanimated dead. So if you encounter the reanimated dead, you have 2 points you can spend to be like, aha, this is something that will fuck them up, or this is evidence of their existence or something. Or that they've been in the area, so. But yeah, it would take time to like verify if it's actually bullshit or not. Marcus,
Yep.
do you have history?
Sorry, turn. I do not.
Okay. Well, it's from an organization. It's hard to read because this is old English. I mean, older English than what you're used to. It's a Hellfire Club in London, and the author, someone who calls himself Rochester, is talking about a Latin text called the Liber Aurelia, is basically translating it into English into verse, not too dissimilar to Paradise Lost. So it seems to be satiric in nature, satirizing the puritanical search for the pure and primal doctrine with this work, containing poetic versions of the original rites and incantations. So there are a lot. This is something that there could be studying in detail and understanding. So this is a cursory reading of a day.
Sure.
It would take weeks or months to fully understand this text because, one, it was written in 1758. So the English has changed a little bit since then.
Just a
skosh. Plus, you'd have to reference Paradise Lost and compare it. And also, what is this Liber Aurelia, which you have no idea what the fuck that is. And you'd have to find it or at least get some sort of context for it. But does seem to be ritualistic material in this text, and there might be some kind of incantation that does something, but yeah, that is the gist of what you have skimmed by reading it for a day. You do recognize that it does reference phonetically an entity, a god called Cthulhu, which seems to be from the ocean. So, and your book is very interesting, The Diary of Charrier. And it is... You didn't get the whole thing, though, because there apparently are a lot of volumes, and they were scattered around.
Is this the same one that has the temple in Saigon and the temple in Khmer, or a separate diary?
That's the one that mentions both of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was unaware of found materials at the site I was at.
It was at the refinery.
Oh, sorry,
Marcus.
sorry.
Yeah, Marcus found it. You found the sticks pointing to the northwest.
Yeah.
So you think if you could go back to the circle, you could triangulate the location if you could find those sticks again, because that's probably pointing exactly to the temple.
I might become obsessed with this, right?
Maybe.
What additional information does the diary have?
So he is a surgeon and is experimenting and is obsessed with immortality, specifically becoming immortal by some form of apotheosis with reptilians, specifically crocodiles, to gain their perceived immortality. Do you have history?
I do.
How much history do you have?
I have 1 point in history.
All right. Does anyone else have history?
So, I also do have anthropology as well. So
okay.
So if we want to use a dual point spend on that, so
all right. Let's see here. It'll take you more time to do this. Actually, you're not going to be able to get this in a day.
Okay.
But you gather that he needed a lot of human bodies for his work, and he's undoubtedly the person responsible for creating these hybrid things. And he was working with a larger organization that was allied with the cult, but he was not a true faithful member of the cult. So. But he was taking orders from someone else.
Okay. Also, just a weird offhand when looking through this, is there any notification when talking about the two temples about signs, symbols, things that you could use to identify them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if we found whatever that is in there next to the warehouse, if it is
Yeah,
there.
I'll give you a point pool that you can use to identify, to investigate any suspected temple site.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you recognize signs and symbols, and it's definitely that little statue you have, it's definitely that. Also, what are you doing with the statue? Is it in your hotel room?
I don't know where else would we put it.
Okay. Who's going to sleep first?
God damn
He was napping. But...
Oh, yeah, give me a stability check.
He just got those back.
Yeah, he's fine. You roll a 4, he's fine.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, you're all going to have to roll.
Well, I don't know what to do with all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should still even be here.
Yeah.
Should someone go, like, call boss and be like...
I'll make the call.
Hey, we made some noise.
I will make the call.
A little bit of...
So, yeah, I will send...
But yeah, I will definitely... I will be
send a
sleeping,
message
too.
specifically that we have... Or, I forgot, were we actually calling them or sending just a wire out?
You gotta go to the signals
You're right,
station.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go back to the intelligence station, send out the message to, a potential cultist site taken care of. That's like
Intel gathered.
It's like intel gathered on there.
Taken.
Yeah, this is taken out. We have location of potential Dagon temple located here is necessary or proceed. That's like proceed to extract.
We don't have a location.
You don't have a location for either one.
I said
somewhere.
Yeah, possible. That's why I said possible location. So
find temple sites. Don't maintain cover.
Don't maintain cover? Or
No, maintain cover. I was going to say don't blow cover, but maintain cover is more efficient.
But yeah, I will also eventually be passing out. Cause
Give me a sand check or stability.
5.
Okay.
All good?
Yeah.
It's like, that weed helped.
okay.
Like, I always know who's going to have some.
Guess he's dreaming of Ryla.
Yeah, you do have dreams of the ocean and the depths and something calling to you faintly.
Hey!
Look down.
Eli.
Damn it. Yep. Same thing.
Yeah.
2.
Are you on the ocean?
No stability check. You just had weird dreams, but you both have the same one. But are you mentioning the dreams to anybody? All right.
That's weed dreams right there.
All right. But yeah, that's the 8th day. You are all cooped up in your hotel room reading, staying low, eating room service, and listening to wiretaps.
So we're living the dream. Right?
So is there any clue to where this temple would be in Saigon? If we can, like...
Oh, yeah. So you can spend that point you got from the thing.
Yep. Go ahead and spend that.
We can, triangulate from, okay, the trail went here. We know the coordinates on the wrong sat map. It was north by northwest. So from there, if you draw a straight line, what part of the city, can we at least cordon off an area?
Oh, yeah.
Would I have taken detailed enough photos to, get all that information?
You also did take photos of it as well.
Oh, yeah, you did take photos of it.
So we could develop the photos.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You could develop the photos, and with that point of survival, you could get it's, you have a vector, right? It's a line that way. You don't know how far it is, but it's somewhere along this line. And by looking at the geographical map, you have access to maps. Let's see here. Yeah, there's nothing that immediately. Yeah, so you have a line. You don't know exactly how far away from the circle it is. So that's the only problem. But if you go on that line, you could just look until you see ancient temple peeking up from the jungle, because it's a Khmer era temple. It's 1,000 years old or something. So that they have repurposed for their own use. You can spend this survival to get a lead on the temple out in the jungle. But the temple here in Saigon, so there's 2 temples, is you. In the diary, he mentions using the underground canals to get the ones that have been bricked up and I've forgotten about. And he talks about how he can swim so freely now that he can get out of Saigon without being detected. But the canals lead straight from the drug lab to the temple. Does anybody have bureaucracy? Bureaucracy is a general ability, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bureaucracy roll. You could go to the administrative offices and find a map of the old canals.
Does anybody else have bureaucracy?
I do.
Left here?
I do.
How much? So
I got 5.
yeah. So
I should spend 3. Yeah.
yeah.
And we should also probably be able to investigate the lab or whatever's left of it. I mean,
Is that guy want me to reroll?
No, I'll give it to you.
That's 6 total.
Okay, 6, yeah. So you get the old canal map, and you can overlay it with the one site you have 2 sites that you know about, the drug lab and the Rising Dragon shipping. And they both are right on top of old canals. And with that, you can narrow down your search location, and in fact, you could get to the canals beneath where the drug lab was and see if there's signs leading from there to the temple. You can drive by, but yeah, that's the thing. The 9th day, you get the call. Trafficants coming in.
Oh, God.
So
how are we splitting this up, though, is the question.
I can't be seen observing Trafficante because they know my face and they're looking for me. So if anybody wants to keep an eye on him moving through the city, that can't be me.
Okay.
I got some points left, and this guy's got 2 points left.
Okay. So, and let me see where my stealth is. So it's spent on that. What's your?
I haven't been any stealth yet. I guess that should be me. Yeah.
Okay.
I also
Agreed.
I have 1 stealth left.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and let you take that point on that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
what are you trying to do?
Keep an eye on Trafficante.
I mean, we know he's going to the Continental. We just don't know. We don't have eyes in the Continental. Meeting room's going to be not open to public.
Yeah. So that's going to be more than a stealth check.
But we do have a guy. I did bribe the guy in the back door. Mm-hmm. Because I said, hey, I want a guy.
You also have a 12-point pool in dealing with the Corsican Mafia. So.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So
Yeah.
somebody could try and get close and get ears on that.
So
Shouldn't be me. They're looking for Captain.
yeah. You're a fresh face. You haven't done with any of this. So
there's a 12-point general ability just from intel we stole from them that you can spend on rolls against them. So if it's like, I want to get in there, you have 12 points as long as it's against
pretend to be
those
staff.
yeah, and I'd like that for investigative abilities as well. Although it'd be more spend. So you don't know how long the summon is going to be, right? So
You don't speak French, so you should definitely be there as well.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. So yeah, they're just showing up today. It's not going to be done in one day. So you could, and you're all experienced surveillance experts, so you have them on the team. So you could just try and use let's see here. You could take photos. You could bug the place, or yeah, they're probably going to be sweeping for bugs and surveillance devices though.
But to be able to detect a wire on me.
I mean, if they search you. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, it depends on, you need probably just eyes on and see who's showing up and figure out who they are. Who what Trafficante looks like.
Well, yeah, you can acquire them both at the airport.
We don't know who the Corsican guys are going to be.
Yeah, so you can acquire them at the airport. That'd be
So, yeah, someone could just be at the hotel, taking spy photos and trying to ID people. So you could do that.
Yeah. You should be, because you speak French and I don't, but I will stick out.
Don't you have photography as well?
I do, but it's already spent. I didn't refresh on the last time. So.
You can still take pictures.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. So you two show up. So you're starting to do that. We'll get to you in a second. You two, what are your plans?
So we have the canals, right? Mm-hmm. Is the lab taken over? There was a major bombing and fire in the city, so I feel like at bare minimum, Arvin has taken over that scene, right? That's an investigation. Can I get in there? Can I be hey,
it depends on
fake name.
Are you going to come up with a fake cover with a badge, or are you just random American guy?
I have Army LERP contacts.
Yeah. You want to spend a point of Army? Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I already spent that for my airport thing.
Yeah.
I just have BNDD. So
I mean, that would be going in there with a badge. Yeah, I'd say you have those for free, so you could go in there as a narcotics guy and be like, he's a drug trafficker, and they'd be like, really? Oh, tell me more.
I like the sound of that.
I mean, they just want to know who the bad guys are. You're supposed to be, we're the host country. You're supposed to tell us about it.
Yeah. Sure. Could I look up Rising Dragon? Would BNDD be able to get me, any information about that beyond the bill of lading?
Yeah, you have their address. It's in the Cholon district that's the docks, which makes sense for a shipping company. You have their address. They've been around a while, actually. Dates back a long time, I think. Then you have a name of a owner who apparently lives there. Yeah, find that section on the Cholon. Where is that? Dragon. Here it is. I can't find the specific thing, but they've been around for decades.
Okay.
Yeah. They were certainly around here for the first raid.
But there's no land deeds or
no, they have land deeds.
Built on an ancient temple or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
They are built over a canal, and the warehouse is right on the docks.
Yeah. So nothing paperwork wise.
I mean, nothing that stands out. It would be Oh, the name dates back to the colonial era, possibly further back. It's a very old company. So, yeah. So you can... Yeah, what do you want to do?
Got any ideas, Tom?
So you do know that...
I'm trying to think and look at my skill set here.
So the temple that's in Saigon would definitely be connected to the canals. You have a map of the canals, and the question is there are multiple buildings that are connected over the canals. Now, you know it's in the Cholon district, so that narrows your search further down.
So can I streetwise...
Oh, either of you have architecture?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Can I streetwise to maybe scope these buildings?
Yeah, you can use streetwise. You can just cruise by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to make a spend for that. Like I said, it's a public company, so you just walk by it.
I mean, all the buildings on the canal that might be this place within that district.
Oh yeah,
so I know where the shipping company's at, but if the shipping company's not the temple, I'm trying to find the temple.
Yeah, you're trying to find the connection between.
But I have a general direction. I have a district, and I have the canal map. Can I just spend the day moving around the city with the canal map?
Yeah.
With
You're
Abrams there.
Yeah.
Streetwise spend.
Yeah, you make a streetwise spend. You avoid the cowboys with that spend.
Yeah,
I know you've been warned because they are, pretty active. There is a Buddhist militia in the area.
I'm not laughing at them.
They apparently there's been a rash of disappearances and murders in the area, and including the murder of children. Dead bodies of children have been found.
Scans.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And they are trying to find who does that, so they are, marching about, trying making their presence felt.
All right, so if there's a group using the canals as transportation,
well, these are underground canals. They're like sewers almost.
I know they're using them to move around unseen.
Yeah, but you're on the streets.
I know. That's kind of what we're dealing with.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to think of a skill, something I could do to help out with this.
Well, if I'm going to find this place, I would like to find it from the top down instead of the bottom up. I am ceding the underground canals to the alligator men. They can have it. They can keep it. I'll be up here. Thank you very much.
With Streetwise, you do notice that there is actually a group of fishermen that people avoid, and that the cowboys and the Buddhist militias sort of are avoidant of, and they... By following them, you will... Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. So let's describe the building first. Sorry, the warehouse. So Rising Dragon Shipping is in District 8, the Cholon District. Along the wharf, shops and warehouses. There's tents, cardboard lean-tos, shanties of corrugated metal, and palm logs crowded into the alleys and overtop the buildings all along the way. Most of the businesses in the area support dozens of hungry hands out of Buddhist charity or interest in free labor. There are families of refugees crowding against its walls of the Rising Dragon Shipping, and tents sprout from its roof. Some of the refugees are clearly on watch, but some are cooking, some are sleeping, some are working. There's fish and tofu being handed out to some of the refugees. So this is a place that is always going to be active day and night. There's just so many people around here that there's never a quiet time. The warehouse is about 40 by 120 feet long, rested on an angle between Nguyen Tri Street and a gravel-covered loading space big enough for 2 trucks to park side by side. From the loading space, you can notice weird fungus-crusted wooden stairs and a slimy mud bank partially covered in gravel descending to the wharf side of the underground canal. And there's a sign that reads, Rising Dragon Shipping in Vietnamese, in English characters, and also Xinglong Shipping in Chinese, which also means Rising Dragon. And there are bulky double doors opening into the loading space, and there are people milling in and out. And there are armed guards, armed with shotguns. But most of the businesses here do have some people with shotguns. It is, not the most stable location. But that's all you can see. But you do, by looking at this place, you realize that there's a chance they could have expanded the underground canals and built given the amount of labor that they have. One thing that occurs to you is, if I was trying to build a secret temple to my cult, maybe I take the canals and build a larger space off to the side. So the temple might be below the warehouse. And
there's tons of people around.
on the surface. Yeah.
We're not going in the tunnels, Ross.
Okay.
We're not doing it.
All right. Well, that's where you're finding. Now you can talk to people. There's the Buddhist militia, and you could try and figure out ways to get the people away from this place. But yeah, it's a pretty active site right now. So sneaking in is not impossible. I'm just going to say it's going to be difficulty 6.
1 point of stealth left.
As do I.
Rolling that.
Yeah. So
I speak some Vietnamese. Can I find one of these guys to peel off and be like, hey, do you not want to dig tunnels for these weirdos anymore? Here's a bunch of American money for you and your family to go anywhere else if you tell me about what they have you doing down there.
oh, okay. What interpersonal abilities do you have?
I have almost none left. Human,
Put inspiration.
B&DD. I've got an agency contact if anybody could get me somebody inside there. Yeah. And I do speak Vietnamese, so I've got one in that.
You do have human, so you have it trained. So you do see a commotion where some of the guards are kicking out a man who's complaining. And so you realize that guy that they just kicked out is clearly like a shirker and someone who doesn't want to do any work, or someone he's just got on the bad side of the in group, right? He's an outcast. So you wait for him to leave as he's frustrated, and you can approach him about a street away. But he's clearly, alienated from the group. And so he could respond to money, or if you have an agency or army contacts or something like that, you could be like, hey, you want to go to America? I could die.
So why?
Yeah.
No, I will sidle up and see what he's looking for first.
Okay.
It's like, hey man, buy you a drink? In Vietnamese.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You need a guide? I can show you good places.
No, this one's fine. Right. We'll pick the closest one to us that he's not going to show me and lead me to.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're talking to him. We'll get back to you as you're figuring out your words. So meanwhile, Hotel Continental, people are showing up for the very important drug summit for drugs. So how do you want to approach this? How do you want to start doing your surveillance?
So I'm sitting outside of view right now in particular, maybe across the street.
Sure.
So with the camera in a position where it can be, where it's not looking like it's being used, but I know it has full view of the entrance. So
okay. Do either of you have photography?
I have photography, so although I didn't, it's spent unfortunately. So
0 point. It's a difficulty 4 stealth test to set up across the street.
Okay.
Because they're watching across the street. Now that their suspicion has been raised.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do have another point of stealth that I can go ahead for.
You also have the pool too.
And I do have the pool, so we have 12 total. So.
I mean, I haven't spent any stealth yet. You want me to use that to set?
Yeah, you can set it.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and make a stealth.
Difficulty 4.
So,
how much you want to spend?
I'm going to spend 3.
Right.
Is that a 6 or a 1?
I think that's a 1 because it's a face hugger. But yeah.
That'll be 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. So you succeed. And with your photography, you know how to use the telephoto lens and get good exposures of people coming into the hotel. So, and you're there in time for Traficante to show up. You know what he looks like, so you know he's there. And there's other people showing up. And so there's a criminology skill, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
All right. Yeah, you've been briefed on the Corsican Mafia, so you start recognizing other faces. So the other people who are here, there's a lot of bodyguards, but you realize they're let's see here. There is the boss of the Corsican Mafia of Saigon, Bonaventure LaRoche Franceschi. He is here. You get a photo of him.
Okay.
You get a... Let's see here. You get a photo of a Vietnamese guy who's meeting with them, and you identify him later as captain of the South Vietnamese army. He's meeting with them, and his name is Captain Ban La. Val Ban La.
Okay.
And so he is meeting with them. Then there's Antonio Gomez.
Okay, and who is he?
He's another high-ranking member of the Corsican Mafia. And let's see here. And you got Traficante. Let's see. You don't get everybody. I'll just give you... Who else do you see coming in? I'll say Jean Moran. He is...
Mr. Moran.
Oh, yeah, you know him because he also He is a high-ranking member of the Corsican Mafia, but he's running security of this summit, and he also has CIA contacts.
Oh, okay.
The CIA? Smuggling drugs?
Yeah, in fact, you've seen him at the bar.
Okay.
So he's at the summit. Oh, yeah?
Okay.
And let's see here. There are other people, though, but you're only set up at one location, so you can't get everybody coming in. So that takes you a couple hours to get those faces. But there's undoubtedly more people showing up, but you'll have to get in or, yeah.
Okay. So, and just from him that's like Jean Moran. So, because when you say at least the connection right now, too. So that's like we have connections to him specifically through CIA.
Yeah, he was he fought in the resistance in World War II. He was a paratrooper. He was French intelligence, and then joined the Corsican, started working for the Corsicans after the French left Indochina. After they left Vietnam, he stayed and started working for the mob.
Okay.
And he's got CIA contacts.
Okay. So, is this, at least through thinking about this, is this somebody else who can be, I guess, pressed upon for information or is willing to give that? Or is he somebody who's wanting more?
You have human, right?
I do.
Yeah, this is a hardened killer who's been killing people for decades.
Has no plans to stop, so.
Yeah, and he is absolutely ruthless and amoral and is out for number one. So you have to be scarier and more intimidating. You have to be scarier and than the Corsican Mafia to flip him.
Okay.
So if you're the Russians, you could do that. If you were coming in as the CIA officially, you could do that. But you just pulled a lot of favors from the CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They loved Mo.
yeah, they did.
We missed.
Yeah, but yeah. So you are not. He is going to look at you and laugh.
Okay.
He is a hardened killer.
There are no good guys at the Harrods.
Oh, I didn't say there was good guys right now. I was trying to figure out.
But he is not an easy flip.
Or flip or figuring out to make it worth his while.
I mean, he worked for the French intelligence services, like in the colonial era.
No, the fact that he was with Maquis kind of.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We know who's going, and is the meeting happening now? Or
it started. It's going to probably take days, for them to finish.
Okay. Well, we know people who are there, so they're going to sweep the room for bugs. They might not sweep the guys for bugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we can get one of them unwittingly to bring a mic in the room, that's a way in.
That's
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, either one of two.
I got 4 in Filch and I haven't used it yet. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either bugging one of them, or I was thinking planting me in there since I understood French. So, and
You better hope they don't want to slap your ass. You better hope they don't want you to do anything for them, but stand there. I wouldn't want to be physically in that room.
no, that's why. But I'm just kind of bringing up options just in case that doesn't.
Yeah. The wireless bugs do exist, but they're a limited range, so you'd have to be.
Well, we just need a room at the hotel.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that one.
Not on the room.
So you could move rooms from the Hilton to the Continental.
Yeah.
Of course, getting in the Continental at all requires, you're going to be going through security, so you better change your appearance if you're walking in that building at all. Mm-hmm. There's got a lot of people going to recognize you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've already been in there once.
Yeah. So
You're the guy who can let me in the back.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you have the dissident there, and he's drinking beer. What are you talking about?
Hey, well, you can tell I'm not from around here.
You're funny.
Yeah, but I've got some American business interests.
Yeah.
And we're always interested in our competition in the shipping business.
Oh.
And what I find interesting is that they got people on the books they're hiring there, but they're also hiring guys like you.
Yeah.
And when I'm looking at what the competition's up to, I'm always concerned about the people they're hiring on the side, the people they throw at the front gate and treat like shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I want to know what they're up to there. What are they trying to do that they're hiding from us?
All right. So you have a human, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay. So the two of you, if you spend 2 points preparedness, you could have.
I'll spend one. You spend one.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you have enough heroin to bribe me. And he is, look.
Oh, my heroin.
We'll get you more.
Yeah.
This is Vietnam.
Look, man.
Twice as pure, but okay.
Hey, look. Okay, play your cards or I'll get you some acid later.
Look, they want me. Yeah, they dug out the you got to go underground. Literally, they got the French. They built all these canals. We built over them. They're still there though. Real good for moving stuff between. You don't want to fall in the water though.
Pretty filthy.
You don't come back up.
What are you digging out down there? Just space?
Well, they did that. They have business down there. They already dug it out a while ago. They built out their own little. I don't know. They want me to come and join them, and sometimes I have weird dreams in there. But I think that's maybe just the hash. But they
join them. You go down to the party, and they going down to the work.
Yeah, the party. Yeah, it's something. I laugh at them, but like that's why they are mad at me. But yeah, it's no. Okay, so here's the real deal. There's a bunch of crates in the middle. And there's what you don't see. It's a dark warehouse. There's actually wires on these crates. You can lift it up and go down. And there's the pit, and they got some side rooms in there. I don't know what goes on down there, but some people go down there and they don't come back up. But they definitely move weight down there.
Interesting.
So if you're a business rival, I dynamite.
Actually, maybe we can use that napalm after all.
That's interesting. So, I assume they guard the secret entrance, right? They got guys standing around it. They got people watching it.
Oh, well, I mean, when they have their ceremonies and stuff like that, they seem real agitated about something. Like one of their friends has gone missing or something. No, it's someone's pet. They say that they lost their mouse. It's very funny.
I bet there's a lot of lost mice. In that
Yeah.
canal, yeah.
But yeah, you got to look for the crates with the wires on them, and then look for look where the wires attach to the wall, and you can pull up the crates and go down.
How's that place operate? They open 24/7.
I think
They got closing hours.
sometimes they go out when there's nights of full moon. I think. I don't know. Like there's some nights that are not so busy. But a lot of nights, I mean, especially since the war, all the refugees, they're here, you know. Oh, you know, the Americans dropped a lot of food off a couple blocks away. Everybody scattered to go get the food.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to go back there. You know that, right?
No, I got this. Will last me a couple of days. I'm going to go party.
Okay, but I mean, a little after that. I mean, we're just at a local bar, talking to some white guys. They don't know we're businessmen. They might think we're GIs. You've been seen with us.
You fuck! God, he just he just runs out. He's so fucking.
Go party with somebody else.
He just runs.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Far away from people to tell about us. Yeah.
Didn't understand a word, but I'm assuming that went well.
Yeah. So there's wire crates. It's a secret entrance down there. We're not going to those tunnels, right?
Fuck no.
Yeah, fuck going to those tunnels.
Jesus.
Apparently they go out on nights of the full moon, and the refugees scatter if there's a food shipment. So there's a full moon.
Look, we know it, then we would know how to clear them out if we need to.
Well, I mean, I know the secret entrance, and I could find a barrel of gasoline. I think that is
well. Maybe we could
as
use
deep as we're going to penetrate into this temple.
Well, maybe we could.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's a stairwell, and there's a barrel. I can kick the barrel down the stairwell.
Actually, hey, maybe we can use that napalm after all.
You don't want to find out what's at the bottom of the
I
stairwell.
will
The plan.
look at the charred remains after the smoke clears in a couple days.
The plan is to do that while singing "What rolls down stairs and over in pairs and into the cultist pit."
Okay.
So yeah, no, we're not doing this.
No, we want something that can burn the water down there.
As I said, dude, napalm's an amazing thing.
Yeah, well, it's not in short supply.
All right, so are you?
So we'll pop down to the napalm store.
Well, we do really have to go get more napalm.
Good thing you're in a place where there's a lot of napalm.
And then we have to get a food shipment And then we have to, there's a lot of planning that still goes into this, but
Yeah.
I
So
will check back with the group.
yeah, you check back with the group. Are you going to continue your post where you are and see how many more faces you can get?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah,
I'll say this is like afternoon. Like,
Yeah, at
this is the
least
morning.
the
You were
evening, so-
photographing. You were tracking down your lead. Yeah.
Yeah, we need as much information as we can for the cover. So
Okay. All right.
So who
What-
all was there? We got Santo Traficante Jr. We got LaRouche, right?
yeah.
the boss of Saigon?
Yeah.
We have French into the Corsican boss.
Captain
CIA guy.
Captain
Jean. Yeah, Jean is the CIA guy.
Yeah, and Gomez. So for their enforcer.
No, Jean
the
is the
enforcer.
enforcer. Gomez is actually a different guy.
Yes.
He is high up with the.
Corsicans.
So let's see here. He is. He is a. What is his rank in the Corsican Mafia? Actually, this would be a spend to know what his reputation is. A criminology spend.
Let's see. I'm out. Do you have one? Or?
I got a single point of criminology. I blow it.
All right, Antonio Gomez is supposedly, he's a high-ranking member of the Union Corsone, the Corsican Mafia, but he is reported to be a witch. He is known for his enemies die of mysterious causes or disappear. He's supposedly made pacts with the devil. There are rumors that he was born into a witch cult, and yeah, he's got a very cursed reputation. He is a consigliere, the high-ranking member of the Corsican Mafia. So he's a consultant lawyer. Well, not a lawyer, but like advisor, the leadership of the Corsican Mafia. But he doesn't stick around in Saigon. He moves around.
Okay.
Well, there's a bunch of Corsicans that are on the lookout for me, right? There's the CIA guy, which we have tons of interactions with the CIA already. Now, it's not like the CIA talks to each other very much, but that's still a chance. So if we're going to slip a wire on someone, Traficante as the dipshit U.S. mobster seems like the best bet, because I don't want to try and bug a witch.
No, and that way, that's like, and if he gets caught with that too, that's at least good plausible deniability for us. So.
Oh yeah, did I tell you there's a AVRN Captain Bonlaw?
Yeah. So.
All right, we could do that too.
Yeah. So we'll so for the rest of the ninth day, what are you just going to continue photo surveillance?
Well, we need to approach one of them so we can get that immediately. So
What was the CIA guy's name again?
Jean Moran.
What were they wearing? They showed up. Like,
Let's see here. The boss, old school, tailored suit. Got that mob boss drip. Gomez, old fashioned suit, kind of Addams Family vibes, very weird and slightly out of place. Captain was dressed in high end civilian clothing. Obviously didn't want to be in his army. Jean Moran, pretty stylish French, French tailored, business casual, poolside, business kind of.
Super cash.
Yeah, but it's like a suit jacket. You could tell like he had a pistol under his jacket, and he's got a good number of scars. He's definitely seen.
what about Traficante?
Traficante, loud American suit, satin and silk, and loud
They have
colors.
like a briefcase.
Like
or
Florida mob boss fashion.
Yeah. And we got like a briefcase or a cane.
The old man, the LaRoche has a cane, and Traficante had a suitcase. Traficante and Gomez both had suitcases.
bugging the lining of it.
Actually, I'd say the captain did too. The Vietnamese captain.
So
All right. Well, we need to pick one and try to find a spot where we can insert something outside the hotel that he's going to take into the hotel.
So my only concern with the briefcases is that those are going to be opened constantly. So
How about hats?
Traficante has a hat, right?
Yeah, how about hats?
Oh yeah, they all have hats. This is the 60s. Everyone wears hats,
So we got to run into Traficante and get his hat.
especially in this weather. You gotta keep your head covered.
okay. So just out on the street right now and do a bait and switch on that because
They're not going to be in the streets today. They're in the hotel.
okay. Or if one of us
I mean,
is,
you were taking photos across as they were outside.
yeah, or if one of us is in the lobby, that's like when we're using the Corsica points just to do a bait and switch on that.
Well, we have the Corsican points, and we can get through the back door. So if someone could be room service and get into Traficante's room, you could bug the hat, then he takes the hat to the meeting.
Okay, and I think that's probably going to have to be me. So
You'd be the only person who could.
do that too.
Yeah.
And I do still have a point of filch, so I could do the switch right now, possibly.
Well, it's not even filch if you're in the room. I mean, if they're in the room, yeah. You
If they're in the room, that's fishability, yeah.
Yeah, but you also have the Corsican pool to draw on as well.
So.
All right, so you get in through the back door through your contact. That's not a problem. First off is disguising yourself to the uniform is free, but the disguise is to like how well you can sell it.
Okay.
So
Okay, so I
disguise.
still have a point of disguise, and
Can you
then...
spend points on Corsican for that?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
so-
You have 12 points of Corsican.
All right, so...
Difficulty 5. They're pretty alert.
difficulty 5 on that one.
Right, spend
Okay,
4.
yeah, I'll
Spend 4, yeah.
Well, I have a point of this, so I'll just spend...
Well, spend 3 Corsican and then spend 1
So,
disguise.
yeah, so
If you
we'll
get a
take it down to
6,
9.
you'll get 2 points back.
Okay.
If you roll a natural 6.
Okay.
That's a crit.
So not a natural 6, but we got a 7 on that, so we're good.
That beats that. All right, so you're disguised, and you get access to a cart. And do you have?
We have a wire, of course, right?
Yeah, you have the gear. Yeah.
Sigint, like, do I need to spend anything to set that up?
No, actually, no. Yeah, 1 for SIGINT, one point to send to basically. There's going to be battery powered in 1960s technology and radio, so that's going to be pretty short range. It's not going to last forever, and they're going to find it maybe eventually. Now, if it's Traficante, he may not say anything because he doesn't want to look stupid. But, you know, if they find out it lied, it's definitely going to raise suspicion.
Yeah. So this is...
So the...
Can I spend my BNDD contact? Can they just get us a room at the Continental?
yes.
Under an assumed name?
Yeah.
If I spend that?
Yeah.
All right, so we have somewhere to listen to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll spend the Sigint.
Yep. So you have the bug.
I have to spend it. Yeah.
So someone will have to spend notice to figure out where his room is.
I have that still, if anybody else
Okay,
doesn't.
yeah, that it makes more sense for you to
Yeah,
do.
because I can
you're the-
wander. I can do that.
So you figure out where his room is, you take the cart, and actually you're going to have to do 2 filches, or you're going to have to pick that lock, because you're either going to have to get the keys from the other maids, which are definitely like something they watch over because it's heightened security, right?
So
Or you're going to have to pick that lock real fast.
Can I have done that before she went in?
Sure, yeah, make a filch test.
okay.
I spend 4.
Difficulty 6.
Fuck. Only I wasn't the worst roller in the group.
Yeah.
I'm taking the 4.
It's fine, yeah. All right, you get the keys. You have a keys. You have a master key for the rooms.
Okay. Right.
I'm not going to look up 1960s hotels to see if they had master keys or if it was just they.
Just go with it.
Yes. We'll soon.
And let's see, you spent the point of notice, so you wait for traffic to not be in the room, and you get in.
All right.
And so you plant the bug. You don't have to roll to plant the bug. You're alone in the room. You plant the bug in his hat. And what are you going to leave now?
Let's see. Take.
Upper decker in the toilet.
Yeah.
Establish dominance.
I
Witnesses.
pooped on Santo Traficante Jr.
Like, they've been struck by the phantom shitter.
He has a briefcase in the room that is closed. He left it for dinner.
Is it locked?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
You know
don't-
what?
Maybe don't look like
I'm going to say
No.
it's a combination lock. It's 3 digits.
No. So,
Okay.
Oh, this is easy.
No, that's too much time on that. We have the bug. We're leaving. We are
right.
leaving.
Did you see Ross trying to tempt?
Yeah, you
right
were
there?
that little grin right now. It's like, go unlock this so the mobster can come in. Go into the
There's
cultist
a shark in
pit.
there with a punchable face.
This isn't 10 years ago.
So
And you lose 5 seconds.
what do you call it? So as you get out, though, a guard does walk your way, and you
Do a point spend of reassurance that I'm just a hotel worker coming through and being
In Vietnamese.
in
Yeah.
Vietnamese. Yeah, just going through like that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, pitch perfect. Yeah, does not register that you should not be there.
Yep. So
And you plant the bug. So let's see here. His room he is in the presidential suite. No, sorry. Saigon boss is in 3 Let's see here. Where is Traficante? You find out the meeting room is room 304. And where is... But anyways, he's on the 3rd floor as well. So they're all the high risers are on the 3rd floor. And yeah, there's only one elevator up to this floor. And yeah, he's in 310. Sorry. And yeah, so at this point, we'll end the session as we end day 9 and go on to day 10 to start with day 2 of the. Or actually, yeah, the day 10, day 2 of Summit. And it turns out other people, what you find out is they have a conversation tonight. The Traficante and the boss of Saigon, LaRoche, they mentioned that, other people are still late. They actually moved it up a little. They had to change the changing of the schedule because of the bombing has changed the schedule of the summit a bit. They do talk about that, and they're not very happy about that. But they're mostly trying to be cordial because they both really want this deal. But they're both guarded and caged. So you get 2 points back on your Corsican Mafia pool to deal with this. But yeah, we'll stop there because I need to reread this section because I thought you were all going to infiltrate the drug lab instead of blowing it up. So I read the drug lab thing.
I'm sorry, but I don't... When it starts smelling like evil crocodile, man, I don't want to go in.
But that's where the clues are.
Not anymore. They're on fire.
Yeah.
I got clues somewhere else.
You did.
You pulled a whole bus.
Which is also on fire.
Yeah. It's true. But yeah, questions, comments? I hope you all enjoyed the session.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So yeah, we'll find out in the... this will definitely be the final part of Saigon because, only so many days in the drug summit, so we'll find out what happens in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, of the Borellus connection. But yeah, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
All right.